Hello and welcome to this week's infamous episode of Odyssey of the Dragonlords, hosted by me and my lovely players. We are 6 of us in total, and we will introduce ourselves in color order now, starting with the illustrious Red.
He matches his face, his shirt. God. It's all red. It's so wonderful, so planned. I'm Connor. I play Sophron, the human turned minotaur Herculean barbarian. He is smart. He is angry. He doesn't like to put up with anybody's nonsense, and he puts up with everybody's nonsense. It's very upsetting. He doesn't want to be that way. There you go.
There you go. The vibrant yellow.
That would be me wearing not yellow. Don't look at Abby. She's not me. And I am Sarah. I play Nemea, the human Odyssean rogue, with no memories, but a lot of joy and a lot of tricks in her little toolkit that she just loves whipping out to solve problems.
Perfect. Green.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean, he, him, and I play Aeneas, the Circle of Stars druid. And you know, Aeneas I think has decided, he feels like his companions didn't take it seriously enough when he ranked Sheeps as one of the worst conversationalists of the animal kingdom. So I think he's starting to build a ranked list of which animals are the best to talk to. And so far sheep are still pretty much at the bottom. So that's his current journey.
Perfect. Irreplaceably blue.
Irreplaceably. Hi, I'm Abby. My pronouns are she, her. I play Elegy, the siren element monk, who has no given family, but a chosen family who loves her.
Who's that? Oh, okay,
I don't know where everybody is.
Perfect. And he's here, purple.
Hi, hey, hello, it's me, Purple, Joey, he, him. I play Kyriakos. He is a human sorcerer of demi-god origin. I think that's probably not the right way to say it. And he's the chaos that Sophron was talking about previously. And he's the star. He's also maybe on Aeneas's list at the bottom near sheep as well. Just here for a good time.
Perfect. And I'm Logan. I am the DM of this lovely group of people. This week, we will start with a short vignette, as we always do. Who is joining me in this vignette? It is Connor.
Hi, it's been a minute.
It has been a minute. Okay, I'll set the scene, and then it'll be clear who you are. So, okay, we are in a marble courtroom of Mytros. It is sort of heavy with tension. Sunlight filters through high-arched windows. There's casting beams of golden light across the floor. There's a quiet murmur in the gallery. There's farmers, merchants, nobles, and crowds alike in the benches of this place. It's more of a spectacle rather than like a closed, secluded courtroom. At the center, there's a magistrate sitting high behind a dais, sort of an expression of they're trying to keep a stern expression, but they're also sort of living for this crowd that's going. They have a little silver circlet on their head. Behind him, the gleaming sign of the city of Mytros. Illis, you, Connor, are a gangly young man with sort of a wine-stained tunic and cracked sandals, and you're escorted nervously to the stand at the center of this courtroom. Your eyes are sort of darting around. There's a little bit of sweat on your brow. Your knuckles are clenched. On the other side, Veratios, Esme, stands in long, dark, straight robes, stiffed back and motionless. He's sort of perching like a vulture, watching its prey settle into place. Vultures eat things that are dead, so the prey doesn't quite work, but you're the prey in this situation. One hand sits on the desk where all of his scrolls are sort of rode out and perfect. Not one is out of place. He doesn't sit. He's not even really blinking. He's just watching you. The magistrate nods to him, and he steps forward as you are put on the sort of, what do you call that thing, where the person sits in the courtroom, like right next to the judge. That's where you are. I'm walking around in front. Your Honor, esteemed citizens of Mytros, before you sits Illis, a man who claims to be nothing more than a humble vendor of spirits. Yet the only spirits he brought that day were those of death and ruin. Theon and Nera Damaris, a beloved couple, now corpses beneath white sheets, their child, Evanthos, gone. What connects them all? A single bottle of wine delivered by this man. Today, Illis will tell you he's innocent, that he's new to the job, that he's just following orders. But I ask you, my fellow citizens, since when has ignorance been an excuse for murder? Let's see if the truth has any taste left, or if it too has been poisoned by this man. The magistrate, everyone sort of erupts as he starts this, and the magistrate calms everyone down. And the Veratio starts a line of questioning for you. So he's sort of pacing around in front of you, and he says, Illis, you claim to have delivered the wine at the 8th hour of the day, but witness testimony places the kitchen fire as being lit at the 7th. Tell me, why would someone need a fire 1 hour before receiving the meal wine?
I don't know. Maybe their stew takes a while to make.
Interesting. Is it true, Illis, that in a tavern just last week, you claimed white wine was superior to red? He pauses. The crowd gasps. And yet, the very wine that killed the Damaris was red. So I ask you plainly, did your enologic bigotry motivate this act?
Know anything about colors like that? I just, the white doesn't stain quite as much, and it's lighter. The barrels are lighter.
Your magnificent wine delivery that doesn't know anything about wine. Curious that. Illis, where were you when the child Evanthos vanished? No one has seen him since that morning after your delivery. Is that not a strange coincidence?
See, the child? I don't know where a child is. I don't know anything about that. I just delivered the wine to the man at the door.
You delivered the wine, and the child is missing.
But I never saw the child. The child didn't take the wine delivery.
You committed this crime with your eyes closed? Is that what you're telling the court?
I have to have my eyes open to do the job. This is not what I'm saying. I just didn't have anything to do with the child.
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a piece of evidence to show the court. He walks over, pulls out a crate, slams it on the desk, opens it up. It's a wine bottle. Can the court please observe this label? He shows it up. It reads Arisian Red, vintage 482. But upon closer inspection, look, the V slightly smudged. A mistake? Or the mark of a counterfeit bottle? Did you make this bottle, Illis, for the purpose of poisoning the family? Or did you make it and just accidentally include this?
Make anything? The only I used to make candles at my last job, but we don't even use wax on these bottles to seal them, so I didn't make anything with this wine. They fired me from the candle job, but they gave me this one instead, and not that I hold a grudge about it or anything. I mean, my old manager was nice, but he just thought I wasn't doing a very good job.
And so you murdered a family to demonstrate your competence?
I don't think that's would demonstrate confidence. I think that's not. I don't think I have much confidence at all. I don't know why you're thinking that.
He sort of comes closer. You should have confidence. You committed a heinous crime in one night and killed a whole family. In one night.
I did? That doesn't sound
Your
like
Honor,
me.
He just said it. He just said he committed this crime.
No, I was asking a question. My intonation rose at the end of my sentence. And just because I'm not confident doesn't mean that the sentence doesn't have that normal linguistic structure.
When you begin up here and you intone up, it doesn't have much to go up, so your statements can't not be interpreted as a question.
Tears.
One last question, Your Honor. Illis, you claim to know nothing of the deceased. Over and over, you deny knowing them in any capacity. Yet the cook, Mintha. Are you familiar with Mintha? She is your neighbor's cousin's roommate, is she not?
I don't know. Maybe.
Were you not seen chatting with her over a basket of figs just last week?
I'm allergic to figs.
You ate figs when you were allergic to them? Last week with Mintha.
Maybe, I don't know. Did she put something in my soup? I don't understand.
Your Honor, no further questions. This man is a monster. We must get him off these streets. He turns around.
I switch sometimes, but that doesn't make me a monster.
That doesn't make you a monster. Your crimes make you a monster. He turns and addresses the crowd. Perhaps this man is but a lowly courier. Perhaps he is new, naive, nervous. But even a dagger in the hands of a fool still draws blood. Illis here delivered the bottle, and with it, death. The child is gone, the parents are ash, and this man, this harbinger of fermented doom, would have us believe it was all a conspiracy. No, magistrate, the fates weave subtle threads, but I see their pattern clear as day. This man is guilty. Find him not guilty for what he meant to do, but for what he did do. And the magistrate's like, pauses, considers all of this. The evidence against you is strong, Illis. What do you have to say in your defense? One sentence, please.
He sits there and thinks for a second. I just got the job last week. I don't think that's enough time for me to learn how to be a poisoner in a winemaker's shop.
He has demonstrated that he knows the amount of time to become a poisoner, implying he has done it. Okay, I will rule this man guilty. He is sentenced to death by dragon. Okay, next case.
No!
He slams the gavel down. The bailiff comes in. The bailiff grabs you and sort of drags you off. You're just confused. You're a little sweaty still, and they open up a hatch outside of the courthouse and just sort of chuck you down into the darkness. After you land, there's like a big red flash. And that was the last we ever heard of Illis. Okay. Wow, indeed.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Rest
Great
in
place,
peace.
Mitros.
Definitely not actively falling apart as we've abandoned it.
Okay. What happened last week,
Never
Abby?
live in cities.
What happened last week? A big smiling centipede, fire elevator, riddle that was ignored.
Yeah, always
Perfect.
ignore riddles.
Okay.
I think
That's the highlights.
Yeah. So last week, we picked up with the party being escorted by a troglodyte that was sent on behalf of the troglodyte king. You found a large body of a previously three-headed dog, now two-headed. You fought some little two-headed dogs, and then you were put into said fire elevator. Ignoring said fire riddle, were blasted with oil and fire as you descended into the mithril forge, which you have discovered. I will remind you the room that you guys entered into has a large pit of lava in the middle. There was a shadowy sort of bubble creature swirling around in there. There was a bronze orb with a dwarf head carved onto it on the far side of the room that Nemea had gone over to investigate when said centipede creature came out of the lava to speak to her. There were also some levers on the wall, and Kai had read them in Draconic. One of them says like bucket fill, one of them says like bucket dump, and there's just a bunch of like troughs, chains, really like forge accoutrement. But none of it seems to be working.
Hopefully it was in Dwarven, not Draconic.
It was Dwarven.
It was
It was
Dwarven.
It was Dwarven.
I thought it was Draconic.
Either you can read both.
I don't think Kai can read Draconic. Oh,
that coin
yes,
you
of
do
course.
have, yeah.
But it was fun because Kai knew how to do it. Yeah.
Yep.
No one else did.
Perfect. Yeah. So we will leave, or we will. Before we pick up there.
I was like, we should leave. You're right.
Yeah, let's
Let's
go.
get out of here.
Let's just leave.
We will start with Elegy. Elegy. You were whisked away. The last thing you remember was being inside of this labyrinth, and you had just defeated a big minotaur, and Nemea had gotten a crown, and then there was a big flash of, I think you were in the vision, then it flashed, and then you were out.
Yeah.
Now you are just sort of like standing on what appears to be an infinite mirror with like the sky and blue sky and white clouds sort of reflected in this mirror that you're on. And it just is extending infinitely and everywhere around you. No matter which direction you look, it looks like dawn. So like you look over there, it looks like the sun is just about to crest. You look over there, it's the same thing. There's this humming silver light that begins to sort of coalesce and takes form sort of standing right in front of you. It's really hard to look at. It's pretty bright. And it says, "Daughter of sky, child of song, you walk a world which forgets. I have brought you here but for a moment." And it just sort of is hovering in front of you.
She steps towards the light and she's like, "No, you have to take me back. You keep taking me away."
"I take you away to protect you in your time of need."
I don't need to be protected. My friends need to be protected.
"I'm doing what I can. Your friends are coping or are managing in their own. You walk a troubled life. I shelter you from the storm."
I didn't walk a troubled life until you showed up and took my family away from me.
"I am not the one who took your family from you. I am the one who eased them away. They are trapped between worlds. I will not lie. They are restless, but I have done what I can for them, just as I have done what I can to protect you from that same fate."
What fate?
"The fate of the youngest, the mistress of death. She came for you, and I stopped her. She seeks you now still."
I don't know what you're talking about.
"You see shadows and storms where I weave shelter. I do not bring ruin upon you. I pull you in as the sky darkens."
You can't just talk in riddles.
"We will speak clearly then. You have lost your clutch. The world too has lost a city, your people's homes. A city once crowned with sapphire spires, now drowned beneath jealous waves. The city of sirens. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, of course.
It is your and your people's birthright, lost to time by Sidon's wrath. It sleeps now beneath the tide, drowned but not silent. Its halls remember the truth that the world has chosen to forget. You must find it, Elegy. Within it lies the key to your family's peace."
Okay, how am I supposed to do that?
"It is your own journey.
That was like 2,000 years ago. You can't just tell me go find a missing city that disappeared 2,000 years ago and expect me to find it.
I do." Our time runs. Go.
Take me back.
Our time runs short. Your friends encounter a servant of death. I charge you, Elegy, find the city. It will be a sanctuary for you and your people against the Titans. Be warned, however, it is not unguarded. When you find it, things stir beneath those depths, those which meddle with powers they don't understand. The city is
That's
haunted.
like every place we've been.
The city is haunted, but not by spirit. It is haunted by ambition. Take heed. And then the light begins to fade. The little mirror you're standing on begins to like crack. And then it cracks actually, and you like fall through it, and then you're falling. And then we'll leave you there as you fall. Back to you, Nemea. You are speaking to the centipede.
I think speaking was an overstatement.
It popped out. It popped out, of the. Oh, I guess we'll get onto the.
Yeah, let's see. We'll see what this. Yeah. Let me get in there.
It's really going slow. Okay. Yeah, and never mind, everyone. This is what that looks like. So it pops out, and
it was something like, "Are you dwarves?
Says,
I hate dwarves."
Hello. Are you dwarves? I hate dwarves.
Great. And I'm gonna say, yeah. Actually, yeah, I am a dwarf, and I'm gonna rattle the dwarf skulls, the band of skulls.
It like looms up. It doesn't leave the lava, but like a large portion of its like segmented body comes out, goes up, and sort of leans back down, looks and says, "That's a lot of dwarf skulls. Good job."
Thank you. And I feel like she's gonna like maneuver it so that like I'm assuming it's looking at her while she's talking to it.
Yeah.
And so she's gonna like maneuver so it's looking at her.
Yeah.
And maybe she's gonna try to like catch Kai's eye while they're talking, and she's gonna be like gesturing to the panel of things that are going that he had kind of looked at, and she's gonna be like,
can I make sense of any of them? Or any of them like drop Acme Anvil on creature? Does any of the buttons say that?
No. One says like call bucket. One says fill bucket. One says tip bucket.
Guys.
a simple 3-step process.
Yeah.
And does Kai see a bucket?
No.
Kai in Dwarven will be like, "We're not dwarves," and accidentally back into the button that's calling a bucket.
It's pretty. It's not like a oop, I hit the button. It's like a clunk. You have to like pull the lever up, so you can't really do it subtly.
But have you considered, Logan, that Kai's really strong?
Yeah, make an athletics check. While you're doing that, the centipede is like, "Why have you come to my forge? It's been a long time since anyone's been here."
As you can see, I like to kill dwarves, and I came here to kill more of them.
They're all dead.
Did you kill them all?
No.
How did they die? If you didn't kill them all, then what are you doing here?
They've trapped me here.
Oh, that must be uncomfortable.
I have had 300 years to build up burning rage against all dwarves. It didn't used to be like this, but they all died, and they left me here.
Why'd you come in the first place?
We had an agreement.
To do what?
I would power their forge here, and they would give me things, and then they all died.
Well, what kind of things do you need?
They would give me gems, they would give me ore, they'd give me rocks, they'd give me metal, they'd give me pottery. It just keeps going.
Do you still want that stuff?
I want all of those things. And more. 300 years, I've built up a debt.
I'm like, well, what will this get us? And she's gonna toss that amethyst ring that she had gotten in the other room.
Like, this is a large creature, and like little, like way more finesse than you have. Like it grabs it between like two little pincers, and it's like, oh, that's quite good. And then it just like puts it back down into the lava.
Does that affect its demeanor at all? Does it has a moment of rationality for a second?
It's really hard to like determine the emotions of a centipede that's constantly smiling and with lava pouring out of its mouth.
I mean, I don't know. I just.
What about that bucket though?
Oh, you rolled a 16?
Yeah, I distracted it with a shiny.
Yeah,
what about that bucket?
Tunk, and you hear like tick, 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 and like things start moving up above. You hear stuff. There's not like magically a bucket, but you hear movement.
Aeneas is gonna turn to Sophron and he's just be like, "Oi, Sophron, you ever heard of a lava centipede before? I don't think I've ever encountered one of those in the forest. You know, not really natural habitat, but I also don't get around as much as maybe you guys did. So, well, you never heard nothing about any stories about these guys?"
No, I think this is a subterranean feat, not a terrestrial one like you would have seen. Logan, am I aware of this family of creatures? Are there underground lava demons generally?
An Arcana check.
Yeah, I want to help.
Lovely.
We're over in the back just like thinking.
We're thinking
debating. Like,
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's a centipede. I know centipedes.
Yeah,
And we're doing,
this
Sarah. They're thinking.
You have.
We are.
This doesn't seem like a demon or anything like that. You haven't heard of a creature exactly like that fits this description, but you've heard of adjacent things. There are like different types of elementals, and they tend to take on appearances of like creatures from this world, and they're just sort of horribly distorted when they do so. But that is an appearance of pretty strong elementals when they manifest in this world.
And we heard it reference itself as like the source of this forge. Like it is the thing making this forge function.
Yeah, Nemea is gonna be like, well, did you ever meet Vulcan? Because he was here too. Did he ask you to come?
Vulcan was my original employer. He forged the contract.
Oh, he did, huh? Where is the contract?
In that room. She like gestures down this long hallway that's just sort of black at the other end.
Well, maybe I can read it and we can work something out. Maybe it'll help me figure out how to help you.
If you keep me here against my will, I'll be very unhappy. But I would be willing to work for more of those things you have.
Do you want a mithril shirt?
Yes.
Oh, well, if I give you that, will you? Can I go to the room and read your contract?
I won't stop you. I can't leave.
Okay, well, I want you to feel comfortable. It seems like you haven't had a lot of nice things in a while.
300 years, but who's keeping count?
She gives, I'll hold up this mithril shirt that I got off a dead body.
Perfect.
Yet again, an uncomfortable pincer.
Yeah. Takes it beneath the lava. Then
Wait,
she goes,
What? Okay, go ahead.
uh-oh. And then she like goes beneath the lava
She goes, uh-oh?
and then goes beneath the lava. From above, you hear like a bunch of clinking, and this huge metal bucket is like dragging across the ceiling. You now see like rails, and it's like grinding, and like sparks are coming, and it comes from the dark hallway, and it's like and like eventually comes to sit above her little magma pool. Who we will say who's the most perceptive here?
Not me.
I think it's either me or Joey.
I'm fairly perceptive.
Okay. You start to
+5.
+5. Yeah, maybe you have somehow you have a glass of wine. You don't know where you got it. But you set it down when you were doing the big handle. And in Jurassic Park when they are in the Jeep and they start to see the water.
Sure, yeah.
You see that and you look, and down from this long hallway where the bucket came, you see just huge red eyes looming out of the darkness. And then you see another set and another set. And this...
I would like to turn it back, turn the bucket back.
Please hold. Well, I guess you could do that. That's no problem. You have to make an athletics check. Emerging from this long, dark hallway, you see a huge 3-headed dog, identical to the one that you just saw upstairs. And it comes...
How many of these are there?
...into view, and it says, "Looky, looky here. What do we have? We smell good meat." And it's pawing its way, sort of lounging down this hallway. It sees Nemea and Kai. You guys are right in its field of view. The other two are sort of off to the left. It has not seen you.
The switch is jammed and it's not working.
Great. I keep that bucket there. We might want it. Fill it. She's gesturing to Kai. She's like.
It asks, "What do we have here?" "Heroes." And Kai will stop trying to move the thing without, and then he'll turn around and he'll have his hands on his sides and chest out. "Heroes are here."
Good meat on that one. Not much on that one. It points at you when it says that.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably tasty, though. It's still just sort of pawing in, making a general path toward Nemea.
Yeah, I imagine that I'm on the other side of the lava pool.
Okay.
But is that correct?
You came in from the top, and then you went around to the bottom, and it's coming in from the left. So you're sort of catty corner.
Okay, great. Well, I'll be I really think you are the one with the most meat here. Maybe we'll eat you.
You can't eat me. I'm
Are
the
you
eater.
sure about-
We the eaters.
Are you sure about that? Because I saw one of you that looked a little bit dead upstairs. So obviously...
That was Mother. We ate Mother.
We are so scrawny, but if you look to your left, you look to your right, that's a lot of meat. You could just take a little nibble out of your brethren,
He's who are they talking to?
Then into the field of view, you see a big head followed by 2 more big heads.
Oh fuck!
And we're just reasoning with it. It's fine.
Aeneas cast spike growth.
We will roll initiative.
I wanted it to eat itself.
And with that, we'll roll initiative. You were going to pull a Gandalf and the 3 trolls.
You can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't think that was gonna work.
Fucking Logan.
That's a Hobbit reference too, real OG.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only here for the OG references, y'all.
Referenced, or it's in The Hobbit, referenced in The Fellowship, though, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
why
thought
do
we
they
were
have
going to get
weird
away
ones?
without this dog. We thought the centipede was the real problem.
You did. That's why I said those are your words, not mine. And
Thank you
then
for giving away our loot, Sarah.
Yeah, that was egregious, Sarah.
It's not that much money, and I already added it to my stash. You didn't even know we had
It's
it.
the mithril shirt. It's the principle of the matter.
it begins to, it's probably a little closer. It goes to lunge, or it begins to lunge, and Kyra's like, uh-oh, that doesn't look so good. And she will inspire Kai because he recently struggled with a thing.
Point of reference, who
Yep.
has the potions of heroism? And I believe we have 3.
I think I noted them down, but I don't know if we distributed them, so
Okay.
I think we could distribute them as we see fit.
Great.
Come. So Kyra will do that. Suddenly, blinding flash of silver light, and the Cerberus sort of recoils, and then once it fades,
Oh god.
simply right in front of it is Elegy.
Oh my god.
I think Elegy appears pacing back and forth, and she's like ranting to herself in Celestial.
Yeah.
She does this for like 10 seconds and then looks up at this dog. Like, what the fuck?
Girl, you're
Yeah,
in
and then he
danger.
also yells, "What the fuck?" He's like about to finish casting the spell, and he's like, "Wait."
Okay, so you have a whole turn.
Great. Yeah, whatever. I
Out
will
of there.
I'll slap this dog.
Go for it. It's a big boy. Those both hit.
16, 23 to hit, 17 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
This room is huge.
Yes. Each
map,
because I
square
can't
is
see
4
that.
squares. You might have to.
There is a
I just
map,
have to
Sean.
zoom out and
You have to zoom out and move it in to view. It's a large map.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
meant there's.
Tyler's over there.
I'm just seeing our little squares and tokens, not like a base image.
Oh, weird.
You should
Just
reload.
reload alchemy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a while till your turn is up.
Okay, and then, so I'm gonna punch this dog in 2 of its heads, and then I'm
Yep.
gonna disengage and walk this way, 40 feet.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be walking toward Nemea, talking in Celestial, like obviously very upset and angry.
Okay.
I'm Elegy! You're back! Did they tell you where to find us? How'd you get here? Oh, this is all going so well.
At the beginning of your turn, Nemea, the dog does a huge bellowing bark directed at Elegy. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
You got it.
You are deafened and knocked prone.
It's a big bark.
That's one big bark.
Now it's your
Hey.
turn, Nemea.
All right.
Nemea, do you want to delay your turn? Do you want to delay your turn?
Sure.
That's not a thing in
You want me to hold an action?
5e.24.
No, wait.
You
Is
want
it
me
really-
to ready
not
an
a-
action?
No, it's not a thing where like
No.
Sarah can allow
Sure
me to
not.
go.
That's
What?
simply
Is that
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. Someone,
Joey, we need you
someone
to
also
keep.
wishes they were playing Pathfinder.
You need to keep both of these all 3 of these rule systems that are very similar have to be remain separate in your mind.
Okay, sorry, Nemea. I have no.
I
My
mean,
bad.
You can try to communicate with me, but
I'm gonna try to buff you. I was gonna try to buff you before you did your turn. It's all good.
All right. Well, Nemea wants to know where the bucket.
Wait, the
this-
bucket.
Wait, no bucket.
You can see the
Wait,
bucket.
a bucket?
I can see the bucket. Okay, I thought that was centipede, but
Oh,
It
that's
was
the
centipede,
bucket.
but it's now bucket.
okay, great. She's going to
Fill the bucket.
go right over here. I should
Keep in mind, each of these squares is 2 by 2.
Okay, hold on. I think I can make it.
Okay.
That's 30 feet, so you can go here.
Okay. These are the levers. So like Kai's at the one that's like call
Okay.
bucket.
Those are huge.
Yeah, I told you they're big.
Where's the fill bucket lever?
the bottom one.
Okay. Let me just do a quick.
Gosh.
Great.
This is just like Baldur's Gate.
Okay, she'll just go here and then she'll change her mind and just dash over. Use the bonus action.
Perfect.
And take steady aim. As her.
Well, if you dash as a bonus action, you still have an action.
Okay. I don't know if I will fill. Oh, meant to do. Fill bucket.
Fill bucket. Make an athletics check.
I would love to make an athletics check. Can I use my crowbar to help with advantage?
Sure.
Leverage that lever.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
lever the
why not?
lever. She's like, spits in both hands. She's like, all right, better work.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so you pull it, and the bucket goes down to the lava and comes back up, full of lava.
Whoa!
Oh, look at that. Give me a lava bucket.
Wow.
Okay. So that was your whole turn. Now, Kai, it is your turn.
Is interacting with the lever an action?
Yes.
Okay. Kai will say, "This isn't how I normally use this spell," and then cast Enlarge on Sophron, so he can go kick this doggy's ass.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Wow.
I was not ready for that.
It's a big minotaur.
He's the big one.
A big minotaur.
What does that do?
There's something there.
Well, I become large size as opposed to
Through the
medium.
power
Oh,
of
there we
alchemy,
go.
you
Oh,
can
that's so
click.
fun.
You can click on it and see. I wanted to give it to Elegy, but she's down, so I feel like for the hit economy would make more sense. But
Hmm.
What does it do to
Anything
strength? Anything?
and then Kai will drink his glass of wine. Apparently, that's in his hand. So that's it.
Okay. Aeneas. Can you see the map?
Yes, thank God. Okay, I will cast Spike Growth still right in front of it. Or like, it's a 20-foot radius, I believe. Yeah, dang, it'd be nice if we could draw some stuff out. How do you ping?
You just click and hold.
Yeah.
Click and hold.
Yeah.
It's making the noise. Ooh, my
And if you right click and drag, you can draw a line.
Yeah. No, I have room. So basically, it's gonna fill up that almost that perfect 3x3 square block. But I
Underneath
just
it?
want to shift it like right in front of it.
Okay.
Centered here.
Yes.
So like this,
Yeah.
this, that.
Yeah, but-
little...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 30 by 30.
It's 20.
So 20
If
would
it's
be.
20-foot radius,
Or-
then it's 40
Oh,
by
It's
40.
yeah.
40 by 40.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
actually.
So it's like it's a 3 and then some all the way around. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's mostly in its range. Or
Yeah.
In its thing. So yeah, difficult terrain, and it takes 2d4 piercing damage per 5 feet traveled in there. Everyone can tell as stone sort of spikes and vines pop out that this is not a friendly place to travel through. So just Aeneas is kind of like, let it come to us. Don't walk right up to it again. And then as a bonus action, I will enter archer form as stars and constellations sprout around on my body. That will be my turn.
Okay. It will, at the end of your turn. Nope, never mind. You can't do that. At the beginning of its turn, it will look down at the spike growth, take a couple steps back, and then do a running jump. So
Rude.
long jump. It can move. So it runs. So 10 back, 10 forward. So it can move. Oh, jeez. To about here and lands. And so it'll take 2D how much?
2d4 per 5 feet in travels in the spike growth.
Okay. So it'll land and then it will move out. What would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe 4 feet of spike growth.
Yeah, and they're double movement cost for him. It's difficult terrain. And that would be 8.
Will he simply just eat Elegy? Because he's not just large, he's colossal or something?
Gargantuan.
He's huge.
Huge. Maybe. I don't know. One of the two.
He looks like he's
Huge,
3x3,
maybe.
which is huge.
Yep. That is correct. 18 damage?
I guess, whatever it says.
18 damage. Okay. Action. Well, that was difficult, so I probably had to dash to get that. So it'll get there, and then at the end, nope, at the beginning of Sophron's turn, it'll use a legendary action to bite Elegy. He's on the ground, so I think it has advantage. Right? That's how prone works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is it a crit?
It might be a crit.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. It has reach. Okay. Okay.
Welcome back, Abby.
Welcome back.
We missed you.
Uh-oh.
Kibble time.
24 damage
Okay.
and 3 poison damage.
What kind of damage?
First one's piercing.
Okay. I'm gonna deflect attacks.
Nice.
So I take 14 and 3.
Perfect. Con save. And then it will be Sophron's turn. Nice. You're good.
18.
Sophron.
So describe to me the situation with the bucket. It dropped down, filled up with lava, and then came back up. How high up is it?
It's like probably 40 feet in the air.
And it's on like a track that runs this direction?
So there's a big track that comes all the way front and back. Then there's a bunch of little tracks that come off of it, sort of centered where it is right now. Like sort of across the whole ceiling.
Okay. And there is one immediately recognizable call bucket lever.
There's bucket, the call and dismiss bucket lever, fill bucket, empty bucket.
Okay.
What about a joystick?
Yeah, how can I get it on one of these other smaller tracks? Is there some other control scheme?
Not readily apparent in this room, but at first glance, you can use an action to investigate.
Okay, I will. Investigation.
With your big old minotaur head and your big old minotaur brain.
My brain just octupled in volume or something. So
You quickly look around. You don't see anything in this room, but you see sort of from where like the nexus where the big track meets the little tracks, you see like a cable strung across the ceiling, and it goes down the hallway where the like a sort of along the main big rail. So you intuit if there's a control, it's going to be down that hallway.
The west direction?
Correct. Where the dog came from.
Yeah, okay. Don't love that. Well, I'll spend my 40 feet of movement to get here ways. And bonus action to just kind of like... I'm gonna wet my hands real quick, just pour some water on them and just like stick it into the lava for a second and just like laden frost, just like steam and like get real mad at it and rage.
Okay. Kyra.
Men will do anything but go to therapy.
Kyra next to Aeneas is like, has something changed about Sophron?
I mean, you asking the wrong person.
She's like, oh, you're right.
His footsteps seem extra loud.
He's really big.
I mean, he's really rumbling the floor these days, but I don't know.
No, she'll
He could just be angry.
she'll slap you on the back and say, get in there. And she sort of like tries to push you forward, and she will inspire you.
Great.
Okay. Elegy. You are prone. You've taken a big
I'm
bite.
prone. I'm going to correct the proneness.
Okay.
I'm going to... Oh, so many good options. Use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Bite him back.
18
14.
hits.
But Abby,
9
what if you
bludgeoning
pushed him
damage.
back into my spike room?
I can't do that right now.
9, you said? 9?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try this. Why not? It's new.
Yeah, it's new. It makes a constitution save. Is this a magical effect?
No.
Okay.
Maybe its favorite dumb stab is also Constitution.
Unlikely.
We can only hope.
You punch one head just straight in the noggin, and you see its eyes sort of like roll back, and then the two other heads are like, what are you doing that? And it seems to shrug off your stunning because it has 3 brains.
Excellent. So that's
I assume
My-
I misspoke, but I do assume a 23 succeeds.
yeah.
Okay.
So its speed is halved in the next attack roll. Before the start of my next turn has advantage, and then
Okay.
I will use my full action to dodge.
Okay. Nemea.
So many choices. I feel like I'm just gonna shoot that boy while I can.
Okay.
Have advantage.
I have advantage. Took steady aim. So I'm going to... I guess while it's like interacting with Elegy, she's gonna go for the head that's closest and just like eye to brain situation. She's gonna be like, I don't think you really need all these heads. Oh, use with advantage. Yeah, this is 2 heads too many. I'll fix it for you.
22 hits.
Great, and I sneak attack.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna use Savage Attacker and reroll that damage. Yeah,
Nice.
I like it better.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm gonna take steady aim.
Okay.
Stay where I am.
Perfect. Kai. You're confused, are you? What do you need clarification?
No, I need clarification on why chromatic orb is better than fireball. But I think that Kai will just try to fucking shoot this guy with chromatic orb. +2.
Okay.
We're calling this better than fireball?
I also am going to be doing my innate sorcery, so I get to attack with advantage.
Okay.
What is that? So though, does an 18 hit? Does an 18 hit?
An 18 does hit.
Great. And can we say that chromatic orb is jumping from head to head?
No.
Really?
But I appreciate you asking.
I thought it was fun.
It is fun.
All right.
It's fun. It's not what we're doing.
17 damage.
17 damage.
We'll do
What type of damage?
the best kind. Force damage.
Can you choose force? Force is not listed.
I don't
in
think
the-
you can
Oh,
choose
really?
force.
Great. Lightning.
Okay. That is listed.
That's it.
Okay.
It would have been able to jump twice, just so we know. That's why it would be better than fireball. All right, done.
Aeneas.
And he doesn't get a dex save.
You also wouldn't have had to have made an attack.
Eh.
Okay, I will mosey on up. Yeah, like right here or something. And then with my this is a tiny bit too far. With my starry form, I will throw a sort of radiant arrow at him. So I'll just make this attack real quick. I think I hate.
Yeah.
Why is it? Okay. Cool. So it just does 6 damage real quick. Sort of hurl an arrow at it, and then with my other hand, I will cast Radiant Bolt. Just like, where is that? I'm looking at my spells, that's why. Or, sorry, Guiding Bolt. My bad, my bad.
$21 hits.
Perfect. Does all that damage. That's it.
Perfect. At the end of your turn.
Stars.
The end of your turn.
Glowing.
It will make one attack against Elegy, but it will grapple you. So you must succeed on a strength or dex saving throw. It chooses. Yeah,
I
okay,
will
the
drop
target.
concentration on the spike growth.
It's concentration.
11.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. But that is a little upsetting because it was gonna put Elegy right in the middle of it. But you solved that problem.
Well, not
I mean, there's lava instead.
So that is a failure. So it picks you up in one of its mouths. And then that is one of its legendary actions. So then at the beginning of its turn, it's going to Come here, dragging you with it. And then from here, it will attack Sophron.
Okay.
For 24? No, 22?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
My AC of 14.
Nice. 15 piercing damage.
Okay.
5 poison damage and a con save, please.
$19.
19. Okay, you succeed on the con. It does attack you again for 17.
Still hits.
That is going to be 18 piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh, and 3 poison. Wait, 18 piercing, 3 poison, and a con save. And the last one, Elegy,
goodness.
well, it's in your mouth. It is just going to bite you while you are already there.
I
For
am dodging.
you are dodging. Okay, perfect. So that's going to be 17 to hit.
Hits.
Hits. $17 to hit, and that's gonna be 15 piercing damage.
Okay, I'll reduce it by 12.
3
Failed
poison
con
damage.
save.
3 poison.
Yes, you feel the con. You are poisoned by its saliva.
I need a
Rude.
con save too.
Yeah, that is the end of its turn.
11.
You are also
Wow.
poisoned.
Jesus Christ.
Sophron, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to swing around to here,
Okay.
and I have 3 opportunities to push. So we're going to do some shoving.
Nice.
Do it.
So he needs to make 3 saves against my DC of 15.
Yes, and you are big, so you can actually push, or you can
I
do that
could,
anyway.
even if I wasn't
You
big.
could do that even if you
I'm
wasn't
special.
big. Is your push a magical effect?
It sure ain't. It's just muscle.
Okay. The lowest
So-
amongst them is an 18.
Come on, man.
I mean, he is very big. That's strong.
Yeah. All right.
He just also
Well,
rolled
that's
really
tried,
well,
though.
but that was going to be
That's-
very good.
Yeah. Let's do actions and 2 attacks and a bonus action, so I'm out.
Perfect. Kyra is going to. Oh, you're very far away. She will come over here. And what's the range on this? 30. Okay. She will play a rejuvenating little ditty that you have not heard her play, and Sophron, I believe you just are immune to poison for an hour.
Nice.
Okay. Elegy, you are in its mouth.
Am I restrained or just grappled?
They're just grappled.
Okay. I'm just gonna punch then. I love punching.
Love punching.
17 and 18 to
Those
hit.
both hit.
11 bludgeoning damage. Sure, flurry of blows. Just spend all these points. 11 misses, 22 hits, 6 bludgeoning.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. The lava bucket doesn't get a turn. Nemea.
I'm just like kicking it in the face.
Lava bucket doesn't get a turn.
Yeah.
Okay, point of
Punching it in the
clarification.
Yep.
Is this? Are we now on track for the bucket? To if he just if Kai now can move bucket, and
The big track goes right down the middle, but it moves quite quickly. But you could try and time it to stop it.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna hold an action of doing the dump bucket.
Okay.
Until Kai can do it first, and then like as soon as it gets moving, I'll dump bucket. And I might even, like I'll just plan to like start it.
Yep.
Once it gets like halfway moving, so there's just like a river of fire.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Well, but it definitely stops before it gets to Sophron, of course.
Yeah. That's why I'm starting it a little early, so that it will definitely stop before it gets to Sophron.
Don't worry about hitting me. Just if I have to die in lava, I die in lava.
And I feel like Nemea's goal is not just to like dump bucket, but it is also to like bucket over one head. Like that's the claw game goal that we're doing here.
Yeah.
We're like lava is there, but also like bucket is containing Cerberus.
Unfortunately,
none of this matters.
No, I'm spending resources.
Okay, you are also still inspired by Kyriakos, so that's a D6.
I'm not. I don't want to roll it now. Can I wait?
Yeah.
To roll it better, it's better? Yeah, okay. So I just used a heroic inspiration. I'm gonna use an Artha point. I'm gonna use another Artha point.
Oh my god.
I feel like we take the 12 and then roll the d6.
Okay, it's a 1. What happens?
God.
The bucket
You got greedy.
goes, you pull it, you're like jumping your whole body weight on it, and you slam it all the way down. You don't have time to put it back up. The bucket goes careening down this path.
Do you think it hits his head on the way?
Nope.
You think it hits his head? Oh. Guy says no.
Do you dump it, Nemea? You just do it. Do you just?
Can I have a choice here?
Yeah. You're not
I would
contractually
say-
obligated to pull the lever if you held the action.
I think no.
Okay.
Oh, the lemon.
I think I'm gonna wait on that.
Okay.
Just now that I have a full bucket of lava.
Yeah, perfect. Aeneas. At the start of your turn, it will...
Excuse me, I'm going to bonus action
Oh my
spiritual
God.
weapon.
Jeez. Okay.
Thank you.
What's the
Can
range
it
on
even get
that?
over there?
It can make it halfway through the lava.
You can make
still
it
move.
more
I
than
mean, you can move
halfway.
action.
Oh yeah, I move a little closer and then I actually can fucking do it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Spiritual weapon, and I didn't fix this, I'm so sorry. So I'm going to roll a d20. And this is a spell, so I do get advantage. 18 plus 9, I think, right?
18.
Probably plus 7.
Sure, 7. So 25 to hit?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Alright. And then a 1d8. That's pretty good. And it's
Yeah.
plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is a number that we all know and we'll all say
4.
together at once.
4.
4.
Almost
Perfect.
definitely.
Yep.
Perfect. At the end of your turn, Aeneas, it's your turn, but before you go, it will bite Sophron. Well, it will try to.
Why? I ain't done nothing to this puppy.
20! I don't even need to say the next number.
Yeah.
This puppy can't miss.
This puppy cannot miss. Oh my god, it hates you, Sophron.
Yeah.
19.
Wait, question. I didn't get to go at all.
Yeah.
'Cause I
You
just-
held
You
your
held your
action
action.
to pull the lever.
Of holding the
Oh.
action and not following through on the trigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it. So I have to complete that action before I can.
5 poison
Got it.
damage. You don't need to
Sarah,
make a
you don't get to continue. The way that it works is you, on your turn, say, I'm going to ready this action, and then you do any of your movement or bonus actions or anything like that. And then on not your turn, Joey does a thing, and then you decide if you do your reaction or not.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And then it'll reset once it's back to your turn. So your next turn will be totally normal.
How much
risky. It's risky.
damage, Logan, for poison?
5.
5 poison. Thank you.
How's Sophron looking?
Not awful.
Pretty big.
Not awful. Okay.
Yeah, he is. Swole.
He's looking big.
I got at least 2 more bites.
He can't tell if the Cerberus is just not as big as people are making it out to be, or if Sophron's somehow got bigger.
Yeah. You can't even see Nemea behind, or
yeah,
the Elegy.
I can't see Elegy at all.
Every once in a while,
I
I
can
see
show
a
you how the
foot
spell
come out of
works.
her mouth.
Okay. Aeneas will move forward just a tiny bit, and he'll say, he'll be like, I think he'll cast Bless, and like, I think 3, or well, really only 2, because he's gonna bless himself as well. But 2 of the sort of like stars, like kind of like pop off of him, and then they zoom over to Sophron and Elegy, and then they sort of like plant themselves as sort of like a crowning jewel on your foreheads as you are blessed. And then with my bonus action, I will do another archer attack. That real quick. Oh, I should have added that D4 automatically. Nice, this.
12? No, you're adding a D4?
Let me add that D4 real quick. Just to see. Unfortunately, my rolls are slow, so I think you'll see them before I do.
15 misses.
Okay, that's fine. And then I will retreat back this way.
Where were you? I think you were within range of it, unfortunately.
No way.
It has a
I'm
10-foot
like
range.
15 I'm 15 away.
Yeah, if it's 10 foot, he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
At the end of your turn, make a perception check.
Sure.
Love that for us.
And while you're doing that,
Love receiving. Is this a visual perception?
no.
Okay.
And then the other thing that happens at the end of your turn is it howls a terrible howl. Elegy, Sophron, Aeneas. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
8.
You've got a D4.
Frightened.
Oh, plus a D4.
Sophron. Frightened.
14. 14 frightened. Damn.
14 frightened. 12 frightened. Aeneas.
I'm working on it.
I mean, frightened
Nice.
and poisoned are basically the same thing,
Yep.
right? So.
And what was your perception check?
It was low.
Okay.
It was like under 10. I think it was 8 or something.
Perfect.
Oh, well, I think I saved.
Yep, you did. That was at the end of your turn. Now it is its turn. It will. Drag an Elegy with it. I guess it doesn't even need to get that far.
Away.
What?
He's got to quit running away.
Oh. It leaves your
Take an
reach.
opportunity attack.
Ooh, actually, he would.
Aeneas, does a 24 hit?
Yeah, usually.
The 21 does hit, and it takes 11 damage.
11 plus 4 plus 6 or plus 2 is 17 total slashing damage.
Your damage rolls I just don't understand, but
It helps that I roll 9 or 10 most of the time, it seems.
Aeneas, 15 piercing damage.
Okay.
5 poison damage.
That hurts.
Con
Jesus
save.
Christ.
Con save.
I got a con save twice.
Oh,
Wait,
you
you said
do.
5 poison?
Correct.
Jeez, this thing hurts.
Yeah, tell us about it.
He gets hit
Some of
once,
us
he's like,
aren't
oh my
able
god.
to reduce damage at all. Okay. I'm gonna choose the order of these con saves, and I will choose to do the poison save first.
Okay.
Takes forever for me to. Okay, 17 is pretty good.
Yep.
I think. I won't even roll anything else. Okay.
Oh, you're concentrating on bless. That's right. Okay.
I'm concentrating on bless. This is my
That's-
concentration
Seems
save.
good. 12.
Can you use
Well,
bless on the con save to succeed against bless?
Yeah,
so.
of
Wow,
course.
nice.
I don't see why not. And I have a inspiration if I need it. Which I
Okay.
might.
It's gonna get here.
Okay, yeah.
Then it will use it's just gonna bite you, and then as it's walking to the other side of you, another one's gonna bite you. I know you just made a bunch of con saves, but we'll do. I think it's all combined, right? You don't have to make con saves for the.
No, you do.
You do for each damage type.
Yeah. Oh, for each damage
for
type?
each-
No, that is
no.
all combined.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the other
But
con
you had to
save
make
was
one for
correct.
poison
Yeah.
and one
Oh,
for...
not for the poison damage. One for the poison condition. I see. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter. If it hits me, it's probably going to kill me.
It only got a 12.
Wow, that's lucky. It misses.
Praise.
Bad dog.
Praise be.
Bad dog. And then Kai, the last one, it can reach you.
Get ready for pain.
You have to spread the love. Oh. 14.
Kai will reach up his left hand, and a shield will protect him from attack.
Nice. Okay, so that's 2. That's all on its turn. Sophron.
I'm frightened.
Correct.
Is there anything I can
Oh,
do about
fuck.
that?
At the end of your turn, you can repeat. Or you can break it normally, which is like if you are out of sight of it.
You should have been grappled by it, and then it just brings you with it.
Yeah. Connor, what are you thinking?
You're too big. It doesn't want that.
I should have given you my manacles.
Just chain myself to the dog. Okay, well, it's fruitless to try and go down to this other room and try and decipher anything. I am 50 feet away.
I will say,
On
you
a
succeeded on
good
that
day.
investigation check. So you can, that will carry forward and you will readily be able to identify the controls in the other room.
I can barely get into the room this turn,
Okay.
and then it's at least one more full turn of dashing to wherever the controls are. Like, I'm putting myself out of combat for...
But
3
we
rounds
also need
minimum.
strength checks to pull those levers. So
Yep. The thing is, I can't get any closer to him
Yeah.
because I'm frightened.
Kinda balls.
And he is 50 feet from me, so I can't get closer than 50 feet, and he is 35 feet from the farthest away lever.
That maths.
So I'm kind of just a little bit fucked.
Well, didn't you just say that you were out of combat? You would have been taking yourself out of combat. It's already
Yeah,
done
but if
you.
I succeed my frightened roll,
If.
If. That's a big if. I'm trying to find
Just
the
go sit in
range on my
this
hand
lounge
axes. 20 to 60. Yeah, just sit here and read. That's...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Play your harp. Remember, you got a magical harp.
I'm going to stand 50 feet away from this guy and throw 2 axes at him with multiple sources of advantage and disadvantage on the attack, so they're just straight rolls.
Correct.
I can throw 3 of them, so that's nice. We're loving how this is going.
That one hits.
We'll roll bless for the 15.
That'll hit then.
Okay. So hang with me now, Logan. That is 5.
I just
plus
need you to tell me the
8
total
is
amount at the
13.
end.
I have to do the math. 17 slashing damage.
17.
Plus D4s, right?
Final answer.
Plus D4s for being big.
For being
Not
a big
final
boy.
answer. 2 more
Nice.
D4. Nice. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoa.
We'd love to see it.
25. Okay.
Wow.
Choppy chop chop.
Choppy chop chop.
That's
Well,
my big
pokey, poke,
beefy
poke.
boy.
So that's 3 thrown axes, and then
Uh-huh.
my turn is over. So wisdom save.
Yes.
Yeah.
Still scared.
Yep.
4, 4, 4 across the board.
Yep.
Okay. Kyra's turn. She will begin to play Song of Perseverance. So, until the end of her next turn, if you go to 0 hit points, you instead make a Constitution saving throw and drop to 1 hit point instead.
Oh.
What a great time to use that spell.
Is that on everyone or is that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not the dog.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't know her area of effect.
Yeah, it's as long as you can hear it. At the end of her turn, it will bite Kai. Oh. Portions have changed. 15 to hit.
Do I still have shield?
You do.
I do. So
Yes.
again, Kai
Nice.
will reach out with his other hand, and some magical aura will protect him.
Nice. Elegy.
Okay,
You're
inside
going
this
for a
dog's
ride.
throat.
Yeah. You've just been put a lot of places. You were put here. You're put in the
It's
dog's
awful.
mouth.
Bad things always happen after.
Gods mess with you, and then you're just totally shaken.
And then bad things happen. I'm
21
gonna start
hits.
just ripping at its tongue.
Oh.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'll use another focus point for Flurry of Blows. And I do have Bless.
So the 15 will hit. So
Bless.
17 more damage.
17 more damage.
Nice.
Just like flailing and
Yeah.
kicking.
Okay. At the end of your turn, please make a perception check, and also it will bite you. Oh! 11 to hit.
Misses.
It just hates Sophron, but it doesn't care about anything else. Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice. You,
You're more perceptive than I am.
inside your head, just your ear pops out of this dog's mouth for just a brief moment. And then you get sucked back in as it bites you, but it sort of misses. You're just like dodging between its teeth. But in that faint moment, you hear, ding.
What?
Oh no!
Nemea, it's your turn.
Yeah.
I don't have any context for that.
That's terrible.
Who the fuck is in this elevator? You bitch. Nemea is gonna go. And she's gonna look at this dog and she's gonna say, and she's gonna take a deep breath and be like, "You are a very bad doggy, play dead, and she's gonna command it to fall prone.
Perfect.
Such a good, cool move.
Is this a magical effect?
It is indeed a magical effect. I know that
It
one
is a
for
magical
sure.
effect. in
What is this? A wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
19. One of its heads gets a little bit down, but the other two don't.
Rude. All right. Well, that sucks.
Come.
Take steady aim.
Kai.
Okay. Kai is going to root his feet where he is, and he is not just the son of the god of war, he is also the grandson of the god of the forge. And so, it's going to be it's going to be a bonus action and action, but thematically, he's going to have bonus action his spiritual weapon, which is going to take the shape of a craftsman's hammer. And then he's going to cast Fireball, but he's going to like pull the fire from the lava, and it's going to like swoop up. Just thematically, I understand it's an area of effect. And he's going to like slam it into the Cerberus while the hammer is hitting him.
Okay. You can get it
All
to
right.
where it just hits the Cerberus.
Yeah, I mean, I know that too. Thank you.
I was saying it out loud to myself. This is deck saving throw?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
That was a good roll.
That was a very good roll. 17 deck save?
Damn. It says my deck save is 15. I know it's one higher, so it's 16.
Beats him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not what I meant to click.
So it takes half of that.
How do I
Still
tell
good damage.
the deck save again? I'm sorry.
It's proficiency plus charisma plus 8. So 11 plus charisma.
Okay. So yeah, that's right.
Okay. I mean, that's still a lot of damage.
And then
pretty
the hammer comes and just hits one of his head. Ding! So it's 15 plus, we said 7? 22? Does that hit?
14 plus
Four.
7.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
14,
that does
sorry.
hit.
Yeah.
You
Why
have
did that-
advantage
why
on
was that
this?
I have advantage on this. I have advantage
Because
on
you
all
rolled
my...
2d20 instead of rolling one die with advantage.
Sure. Which is fine, right?
Well, I'm just telling you that's why it added.
Oh,
Because you asked why it added.
I see. So that is 10 magical bludgeoning damage. And then Kai's gonna run away.
Are you gonna run away?
How far can he reach?
He's
I
been
guess he
hitting
can-
you from where you are standing.
If you run away, he can't get you with legendary actions, though. So
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Kai's gonna try.
Okay. We'll make an attack against you. Can he, Connor? You're the grapple expert. As his attack
I
of
sure can.
opportunity, can't he grapple? He just makes an
No,
attack.
he cannot.
Okay.
why not?
Because you have to do something special with an unarmed strike to make it a grapple as an attack of opportunity, I believe.
Okay.
I mean, but if he's got the grab,
I mean,
gonna
you're
be-
gonna down me if you hit
his
me.
attacks
So
have grapple.
17?
to hit,
Yeah.
yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Fuck it,
Okay.
of course.
That's good for you. That is only 11 piercing damage and 2 poison damage.
It's not good enough.
No,
I
but
have
you still have. So your.
I have 13 health, so I go down, and then I hear my auntie,
says, so it's.
and then I hear my auntie sing.
How much damage did you take?
I took exactly 13, which is exactly what I have.
Oh. Okay. So then the DC is 5 plus however much you went down, so 0. So the DC 5.
Oh, nice.
Constitution.
I hope the Cerberus's favorite dump stat is also Constitution.
No,
he says.
You make it a con save.
I know.
Oh.
I know.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I see. You're referencing your dump stat. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now you can run away.
He lives.
Great.
One
you
hit
like take a
point.
bite out of my fucking
Wouldn't it be
thigh.
wait before you commit? Wouldn't it be really funny if it had multiple heads so it could make multiple attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, it's so funny. All right, I moved away. Does it
Okay.
take more attacks?
We also
No,
have a
that would've
potion
been
of
really funny.
heroism.
Okay. Aeneas.
And I can only move
No.
30, right?
Yes, your normal amount. Aeneas, at the end of Kai's turn, it will grapple you in one of its mouths. Please make a strength or dex save.
Grapple me. Weird. Okay. I'll make a dex save. See what happens. I got a lot of modifiers.
Yeah, oh my god, okay.
Everything. Can't tell me what I'll roll a d4 to start.
Elegies was just
as
so
a
much
little-
lower, so I didn't have to
a
think
moose
about this.
boost. Just as a way to, Okay, 16. I'm feeling
16
pretty good
feels
about that.
decent.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 16.
What is it, Connor? 13 plus something?
8 plus proficiency plus
Strength.
whatever it is, yeah.
8 plus.
If it has a
proficiency.
grapple DC on its attacks, you can just
Yeah.
use that.
Okay, it does not. 8 plus proficiency plus
Strength.
strength. Okay, thank you. Okay, and you
Unless
rolled.
it's a monk.
It's not a monk.
16.
Does it have
16
expertise
is
in
not
grapple?
enough.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you adding more?
No, I can't add more once you tell me the outcome.
Oh,
That's not how that works, but that's okay.
No, but Sean, in this case, you would say make a DC 16 or a DC whatever save. Because you're rolling, you get to know what the DC is that you're rolling against, right?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm confused. Unless I am gonna be taking damage, I don't
No,
care.
you just grappled.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, then you can just grapple. me.
So far,
Perfect.
it's been okay.
It's been fine.
It's fine. I'm
it's
fine.
your
Best place to
turn.
be is grappled.
Yeah, I know. It's great. It's my turn. This doggy picks me up. I say, "Oh, don't fucking like this," and I will cast Misty Step and will leave.
Nice.
It was all moved.
So I will teleport 30 feet away. And then I will, as my action, do something that will... This is probably not going to be helpful enough. Okay, I'll cast Guiding Bolt 3rd level
Whoa.
on it.
Whoa.
Big moves.
Nice.
Yeah, that hits.
Correct amount of damage?
I don't know. 4
Sounds
plus 1 per level?
Yeah, that's right.
I rolled really bad, though. That sucks. Shit.
Joey took all the D6 rolls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean it takes 19 radiant damage. Oh yeah, it only gets 1 extra d6 per level, so it's not great at upcasting. Well, that's most of what I got. So I'll move behind Sophron though. Decked me.
Okay.
And
that
then
it?
my turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
Oh,
going for a
what?
ride.
Big surprise.
not ready
Big
for that.
boy. I'm pretty sure if that was the direct route it took, it was within range of your reach.
It absolutely was, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hit it. Try to.
You have advantage and disadvantage, so it's a straight.
Mhm.
$15?
16 to hit.
16
16.
hits.
So I rolled a 1 on the d10, so it's only 8 slashing damage as it runs past me.
Perfect. That is.
Wait. I need to look at something really quick. I'm sorry. But this is actually really important.
Game changing. As
it literally could be game
Elegy
changing.
is once again whisked away. Okay. Elegy is screaming. Wings fluttering.
We're just like, are you okay?
Doesn't matter. Continue as stated.
Slobbery dog
Okay.
takes you farther and farther away from us.
I guess. Yeah, no, that's fine. Sophron, it's your turn.
Oh, so it just ran? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't move more than closer than 40 feet. So I move down like here.
Mm-hmm.
And I will draw my final hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 hands overhand chuck it at him.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
29 to hit, Jesus.
Yeah.
For 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
And
You
then
just have to frighten you to make your dice rolls really good.
it's great because I get to roll d6s and very little else. I'll pick a rock above the ground and throw it as an improvised weapon as well. Just gonna roll unarmed strike for that. I'm just trying to hit him in the head with a stone.
Perfect.
26 to hit.
Yeah.
So that is 7. Well, is a improvised weapon d4 or
I think it's
is it
It's
1 damage?
1
Tavern
plus
brawler.
strength.
1. Okay, so then
Just 1.
7 bludgeoning damage.
And I don't want to. Is enlarge concentration?
Oh yeah, probably.
Let me roll a con save.
You're also concentrating on spiritual weapon.
I'm not actually. I looked it up and it's not
It is
concentration.
it is in the current rules, isn't it?
Oh god.
Or am I now? Am I
2024.
confusing it with Baldur's Gate? Who knows?
It's definitely
We'll
not
check.
concentration.
It's not concentrate. Anyway, whatever. Let me just roll for concentration save,
Perfect.
and then we can figure it out.
It doesn't
It
matter.
is concentration in 2024wer.
Why
Because it was
does
too
this?
good.
It's too good.
Why does the world hate me? What was that
Elegy,
Ted Cruz said?
18 to hit
What?
at the end of.
Yes.
Okay. Don't have to get so great. I'm not the
Everyone's
one
getting
bugging you.
testy right now.
15 piercing damage. And 6
Five.
poison.
Uh-oh, I'm out.
Uh-oh.
How much did you go over?
Ruh-roh.
1.
Okay, so
So
DC
DC
6.
5, 6.
Nice.
Should we resolve it as though both spiritual weapon and enlarge is gone?
I mean, enlarge hasn't affected anything in the last couple of rounds.
Aren't you rolling extra d4s because of it?
I haven't been.
No, he's
Oh.
rolling
It
black.
should have been, but
Oh.
he's been forgetting.
Okay, perfect.
The when you did roll it, surely I had already casted spiritual weapon.
I don't think so. I've only taken advantage of it on 1 turn.
Yeah, I think it was at the very beginning.
It was the
so
first one, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
We'll let it slide.
Yeah, it didn't matter. I just momentarily thought of it. Okay. Sphinx down.
I did, and I checked the wrong rules.
You did. You have to check 2024 spells, which is a little confusing, but some of them are very different.
Kyra's turn. So now you don't have that rejuvenating thing anymore. That has elapsed. She will.
I'm not afraid at the end of my turn.
Nice. She will instead start
She's just gonna
playing
do it again.
a song of heroism. So you can reroll 1 die of your choice until the end of her next turn. At the end of shake your head at me, Abigail. It's gonna bite you. I'm sorry. It rolled a 14.
Misses.
Okay. Now it's your turn. You have 1 hit point.
I feel like Elegy has just wedged herself in like a weird hole in her mouth so it can't get her.
It's trying to swallow, but she's like in the back of its mouth.
It's got like one missing tooth.
She's just using the uvula as a punching bag. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action punch the uvula for 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Give it a little squeeze.
I guess I have disadvantage.
I couldn't even have used fireball
No,
as spiritual weapon.
Okay.
What are you doing?
And then as my action, I'm just gonna dodge.
Okay. How much damage did you do?
5.
5. How would you like to kill this thing from inside of his mouth?
Oh my god.
I just like, I'm holding the uvula and I like slip down the throat, it's swallowing me. Then I like reach up one of the other throats and grab the other.
Wow.
Starts
Oh,
choking on its
absolutely
own
ridiculous.
blood as it's bleeding from its throat.
Woo. Okay.
Love it.
Wow. Wowza. Wowza.
Wowza.
I
And
feel
then I'm
like
just
you
gonna hang out in there. I'm not coming
You're not
out.
crawling out. We're gonna have
No.
to cut you out of this dog.
Yeah.
Great. What's the ding?
You hear, the hound lies slateth, yet the flyers remain unquencheth. To the forge we march. And you hear so many little pitter patters. Just
Do you want me to make your life horrible?
Please.
How
you can do this in
I have a
initiative.
philosophical question.
Uh-huh.
I have a philosophical
What's your
question.
philosophical question?
Can they climb?
Yes, you've seen them crawl on the walls.
Who is they?
That's a good question.
you're about-
You don't know. You're
Find out.
inside a dog.
You don't know. You're inside a
You just
dog.
don't know. You don't
See
know.
the damn map again.
Oh, they speak common? That's weird.
One does.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, we'll go right back into initiative. Let's go. Nemea.
Yeah.
You hear hundreds of little feet falls just on the floor.
Little foot's fallen. Love that for us.
And you see just a swarm of stinky troglodytes come pouring out of this corridor. If I'm on the back, you hear egging them on the troglodyte king. He's calling out different cheeses, telling him to get in there.
Love that for everybody. Calling out all the okay. This I'm running over to here. I like dash all over by Kyra. And I'm gonna take steady aim. I'm just gonna line up some boys for
Okay.
a later date.
For a later date.
That's
Okay. Aeneas.
Okay. I turn, see this, sigh heavily, and then I will cast Spike Growth.
Where?
I can't see the map, so
Oh.
please assume for me that I can make a 40-foot radius that makes the most sense for...
In what range?
60... Actually, no, it's like 150 feet or something crazy. So, like, I'm assuming it's going to be centered somewhere towards the beginning of the path.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. There's like that. There's
I think
essentially
right
the
on this
same-
corner. You can get that.
Yeah, that's pretty tasty.
Yeah. I'll do it, I guess, a little further back. I think whatever makes the most sense for filling up the quarter.
Okay, and it's a 20-foot radius.
20-foot radius. Which actually now I want to look at something. I want to look at it real quick. Sorry.
Did we re-roll initiative?
Yeah.
Oh,
For you.
Somehow I still ended up last.
Fucking uncanny metabolism.
Yep.
It doesn't say that it can't. Okay. I'm assuming they all have sightline on what I just cast. The area I
Yes.
just cast on. Okay. That's fine. Okay, yeah, I'll leave that as is then. And then on the very first one, I will shoot an arrow. Just to get that first volley going. Let's see if this works. Oh, wow, really high roller.
13 to hit,
Okay.
but you're trying to hit Troglodytes, so...
Okay, which one are you hitting?
I was aiming at this, I think this normal one that's in the front.
Normal one in the front. You got a 13?
Yeah,
That hits. How much damage?
11.
11? That kills it.
Yeah. Nice. And then I will. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
I'll move back a little bit. Scared.
Okay. Perfect. Elegy.
I'm gonna stay in this dog. Start ranting in Celestial again.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Kyra's like, uh-oh, that doesn't look very good, and she's gonna skadoodle over here.
Love you too, Gar.
These boys. So there's a
Now for the most fun part, watching the DM play with his little toys.
there's a 5 foot. This 5
And
foot.
watching them calculate their movement through spike growth.
No, there's a 5 foot gap over here that is not spike growth on this far side of the. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing, but this far side of the hallway.
I have no idea.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
perfect.
sure. I don't know.
So they can only go through that gap.
And yes. Or
Without
if they're
taking, yeah.
against the wall, they can run along the wall.
Just parkour it?
No, they can.
Yeah, they
they
can
are like
climb.
geckos. They can run on the
Oh.
wall.
God.
And this one's at the edge, so when he steps out, he doesn't actually take damage. But I guess it's not his turn. None of them are going to get to any of you this turn, so Kai, you can go.
But surely as they approach that hallway, they would all be getting closer together, right? Like, say within like a 40-foot diameter.
I'm moving them.
I mean, like, surely they would all
also,
probably rush.
roll spike damage for. Roll for 5 foot, and then another one for 10 foot, please, Sean.
What if I just roll for 10 feet and then they
Half of it? Okay, yeah, sure.
half of that for
Sure.
Or
Alternatively,
first
we could
two
just
dice.
say they take average damage per 5 foot to make it easy. Unless Sean wants to roll 50 million dice.
No, I mean we'll just apply the amount to.
Yeah, it's 6
Yeah.
for
If
5
they-
foot and 10 for.
It's 6 for
10
anyone who
foot.
moves 5 foot and 10 for anyone who moves 10.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
Look at all these little boys.
lava bucket doesn't go. Kai, it's your turn.
That's it. They don't all get together.
The little shittos haven't moved yet. Only the big shittos.
can I bonus action and then hold an action?
Yes.
Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kai is like drenched in sweat and blood, and his sweat just starts evaporating off of him as he uses a bonus action, Font of Magic, and I will convert all 5 of my sorcerer points into a third spell slot, third level spell slot, and I will hold for Fireball until I can just crisp them all up.
Okay. You tell me when that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
It's a lot of boyos.
It's a lot of boyos. Conveniently.
We need like war game squad bases, so Logan can just advance all of them at once.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
And I can't like drag and select annoyingly, so
Or yeah, like select all.
wait, no, those are going
need
into
to,
the
like,
thing. Ugh,
Treat
it's
them
so
as a
stupid.
swarm.
And they like, oh my god, there's only so much real estate on the wall.
I know. Doesn't that suck? Stinks when somebody controls your movement.
It's more annoying when there's 30,000 things. Okay. I guess they'll probably all dash, so that was half of it.
Why didn't you?
Because I didn't think about
Why
it.
didn't you think of that the first time? All right, whatever.
They're dashing. It's like Moria up in
They
here.
all
Everybody's
move.
on
They're
one.
like,
Joey.
oh, they scratch their heads.
What?
They're like, we didn't move
This is
far
looking
enough,
good.
and then they all
Lightning
run
bolt
more.
would go so hard.
Lightning bolt.
Oh my
If I
God.
could concentrate on 2 spells, I'd put Moonbeam on the 1 5-foot section. Lightning bolt would be crazy.
Okay.
The one-time lightning bolt is the best spell option.
I guess these guys would have dashed too, now that I think about it.
Boy,
Oh,
oh
they
boy,
did.
oh boy.
The big ones I just did their normal. I didn't do their.
Okay.
I mean, they did have a movement reduction, but
I think
Oh, okay,
I should
so
shoot
yeah.
it now. Don't you think?
Yeah,
I
I
said
think
that's
you should
up
get
to
in
you.
line. Get in line and shoot down the barrel.
Yeah, I already have. So I'm going to hit right here, and I
Uh-huh.
think it will kill all of them after this line.
It's a
Or well, it will
radius,
hit.
a
It will
20,
hit them.
20.
20 radius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many dice do you roll? More than 10? No. You could roll all
No, it's not
ones,
10.
and then they could succeed, and then some of them might live.
just roll it for the fun.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay. Okay. So yeah. And oh, the big one's actually that's a deck
they
save.
have more
Sure
health.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
It's actually 16. It's I have my innate sorcerer thing, which is a demi-god.
Okay, so this one dies. Wait, how much? Oh, 25 damage? Oh,
25.
oh, doesn't die. What a turn of events.
Should I re-roll a
That's
A
not
D6?
gonna- That's not gonna.
Bring boy back.
And that-
Also, Logan, from where I shot, yeah, these two are also in danger.
They're not in danger. They are.
They're out
dead.
of the danger now. Where's the
Alright.
king? Is he hiding somewhere?
It's a good question, Sean. Sophron.
I'm glad I asked a good question.
Oh my god. I'm gonna run up to here. And I'm gonna swing the old halberd overhead of Nemea. Attack both of these troglodyte brutes. What effects are currently on me? I still have bless. I'm still raging. I'm no longer large. I'm no longer frightened.
Correct. And you're immune to poison.
You are poison.
I'm immune to
You're
poison.
immune to poison.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 attacks at advantage plus a D4. 19 to hit, and 31 to hit. The 2 boys.
Hit the boys.
Okay, so the 19 hits, Logan?
Oh, this is a new person.
Oh, you're
in
muted.
this
You're muted.
initiative.
That's what it is.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, sorry.
What the heck?
So the one on the right will take
How big are you
5
here?
plus 11, so it's 11 total damage,
Okay.
slashing.
Perfect.
And then the one on the left takes 16 slashing
Whoa,
damage.
okay. Yeah.
And then I get one more attack because of my halberd's cleave. $18 to hit.
Yep.
7 damage to the one I think looks worse.
Yep, you kill him.
Nice. And then I'm gonna back up a couple feet.
Okay. From the inside of the lava, this big centipede reemerges, takes in these troglodytes. Vermin! I hate vermin! And then it
What is
goes
she like?
down underneath the lava, and she comes up.
I don't love this giggle you're doing.
She goes under and she like
A wave
comes
of
up
lava
to
for
the
everyone.
side of the pool and like looks like she's gonna leave, and she gets about half of her body out of the lava, and then this little orb like zones in on her, starts clicking really, really violently, and then she's like, perfect, and then she just freezes. Nemea, it's your turn.
Wait,
What?
I have a question.
Is it the big orb?
Where-
The dwarf orb.
The dwarf orb is what was
The big
clicking?
dwarf orb.
Like zoned in on her, like it moved to look at her and started clicking violently, like you hear a gear powering up.
Okay, and where on the map is this dwarf orb? Is it the gear thingy
Yep.
near her? Okay.
It's the dwarf.
It's the
It's
dwarf.
the dwarf. Look at
The security system's going to shoot at her. She's going to move out of the way. It's going to hit them.
Yeah, love that.
Am I right?
I'm gonna do. I want to be close to this girl. Or do I?
It's up to you.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of in an everybody move situation. / we had a rapport. I want to be near her. And, let's see.
In the lava near her?
Not in the lava near. I want to be near her in the lava. I'm gonna be right here, and I will take steady aim.
Perfect.
Wait, no, never mind.
And-
We're fine.
Aeneas?
Okay. Aeneas will kind of shout, and he'll be like, "Elegy, I can't help you if you're not." Oh my gosh.
He's
Yeah.
Scottish
Well,
for
ignore
a
that. I got possessed.
Colored.
It's my deep dark secret. I'm actually Scottish. He's gonna yell. But he's gonna be like, "Elegy, get out of there, or I can't help you. I can't help you if I can't find you." And then his starry form will shift. The stars will kind of reshape into the chalice that sort of bleeds over his face, and he will cast Healing Word on Sophron.
Ooh.
For gosh, I don't know, however much. Oh fuck! You know what? I actually can't do that.
That's okay. I'm not super worried.
It's a bonus action. I hate it when you can't. Sometimes I wish you could transmute bonuses into full actions. Well, in that case, I guess I'll cast Good Berry just for the. Oh no, I can't do that.
what can you do, Sean?
This plan's falling apart. Shut up.
He is Scottish and can't do anything.
Everyone knows Scots can't cast healing spells. Everyone knows that.
Just comes out all whiskey.
Yeah, it just comes out all whiskey. Okay.
Which heals the soul.
Things are falling apart quickly. Damn. I really wanted that.
Just shoot 2 concentration spells at once.
Well, let's say, yeah, true. When I did do entangle or spike growth, bless did drop on everyone, so might be should have remembered that a little earlier. I will just cast a guiding bolt on the close. Actually, not on the closest. I think these guys close. Okay, on this guy. The not big boy,
The little boy? Okay.
but regular little boy behind him. I'll
Yep.
cast a guiding bolt.
Then you are up, Elegy.
Okay, I'm gonna climb out of this dog.
Say so defeatedly.
Gonna
Oh yeah, he's
dash and run
Gonzo.
over here.
Yep.
I'm gonna punch this guy with my action. Punch, punch.
Punch, punch.
Punch.
Yeah, those both hit. Yeah, he's dead.
Okay, nice.
Are you poisoned still, technically?
Oh.
Jonathan.
It's all falling apart. You're not on his turn.
Okay, that'll be the first attack.
Yeah.
It'll be 4 damage.
The good news is that still kills him.
Okay, great.
Huh.
Funny that. Okay.
I can't move any further. So I'm done.
Perfect. I will come up to here. Take a glance at that little clicker. And she will do a song of preservation. She feels doubtful about that, but that's what she'll do. The Troglodytes' turn. Gonna just these two will dash up to Kai. These two will dash. Well, it's gonna not get very far, but that's about where he'll go. Lava Bucket doesn't get a turn. Kai, it's your turn. These are very stinky. Please make a Constitution save.
Is that on the start of your turn when you start within a
Yep.
certain distance of them? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
23.
23.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That saves. You
All right.
plug your nose. You've smelt worse. You have smelt worse. I think I made that joke last time you succeeded.
You did.
That's why you know it's good. Kai will hit the weakest looking one with Daddy's hammer.
Yeah.
25 to hit.
Yep.
9 damage.
9 damage. Okay.
And then bonus action spiritual weapon? Yeah?
Did you lose
Yes.
concentration on that?
I didn't actually. I did
Okay.
roll and it was very high.
Yeah, then you have it still. Doesn't matter,
You
I don't
know.
think.
Nope. Okay, that's my turn. Kai has 1 health. Thank you.
I'm working on it.
Ooh. Oh my god, it can attack you.
Wow.
Uh,
Fucking try.
wow.
She just climbed out of a dog. She climbed out of the realm of the gods, subspace, out of a dog, and now
She's gonna climb out of a fish's guts.
out of a fish's guts, just in and out.
Okay. In the combination of both of them, there is an attack for 12, 8, 23, 11.
23 hits.
Okay. 8 damage, slashing.
Okay, I'm gonna deflect attacks. Because it's cool, I'm also gonna use a focus point, and I'm going to do damage to the one that attacked me.
You kill it.
12 damage.
Love it.
Okay, Sophron?
Okay, so that one's dead.
Yep.
Quite disappointing, honestly. Let's see, how far is that? Ooh, just a little bit too far there, Joey. Okay,
You know
we
what
are going
this-
to.
Kai will do this on his own.
Well, we'll be there. It
He's
just
a
won't be
big
super
boy.
helpful.
Speaking
He's a strong
of
boy.
lightning bolts, someone has something with lightning capabilities.
No one does.
No one has that.
I was gonna use it, and then Fireball came in handy.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a tasty line happening
yeah,
right here. With
yeah,
these
we're
these
getting in.
boys.
We're getting into range. We took steady aim for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't want to be next to these guys, but kind of need to be. So we'll just end up there, and as a bonus action, I will grapple the troglodyte in front of me.
That's me. I roll that.
That is you. That is you.
Time to do your job.
10?
Fails.
Okay.
So he takes 7 bludgeoning damage as I squeeze his little biceps.
Yeah, you pop him.
Froggy biceps.
Okay, great.
Popped him.
That's that.
Blood pressure just goes through the roof, and he has a heart
Perfect.
attack.
Yeah.
At the start of her turn, she places one little segmented leg outside of the lava pool. The clicking comes to a crescendo and spews forth a giant cone of just like sub-freezing air, just in a huge cone. Sophron, Kai, Elegy. Please make Constitution saves.
Oh,
All of
scared
these
you.
just simply die.
Jesus.
20.
I want you to.
Wow.
Before I
And
roll
I have
this,
resistance, thank God.
I want everyone to know that I have a automatically like changing desktop background, and it changed to an iceberg. in the moment I was about to roll this con save. So that feels good.
I was set to be unimpressed, but that's pretty funny.
Okay. So what do we got? A 17, a 14, and a 20. So you all succeed. So you take half of 34 damage.
Jesus.
Okay.
I
What
I'm
was that
sorry.
song?
That song of Perseverance that she sang doubtfully as she was doing the math in her head. How much you went down below, plus,
Oh, that's up again?
yeah.
Okay, nice.
So-
I'm only 1 below. Nice.
So you're at 1. So 5
Yep.
plus
How
however much
below?
damage you went below.
But I've already used it, so
No,
it's,
she did it
I-
last
This is
turn.
a new round.
It's a new round, yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
But you are the one she had in mind when she was doing this math in her head.
Yeah.
Bad either
But
So
way.
you
she
have
was
one
thinking
hit
of
point.
you.
So you took.
I had
What,
to roll
15?
33.
No,
I've
you
ro-
took half of that. So you took 17
Oh.
damage. So -1 because you had 1 hit point.
Uh-huh.
So 16 plus 5. So 21.
DC 21. You can do that.
DC 21 con.
Con save.
I think he has a negative.
No,
zero
but
Somehow
con.
he's rolling with plus
Sorcerers
4,
have
so-
con
It
proficiency.
should be plus
Yeah.
4.
Well, you tell me
No,
why it
it's a
is then.
save. Okay, well, you need to expend every resource you have on this because I think that's over half of your health.
Is that how that
Like,
works?
What's your total
max
health?
My total health is 29.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would have
so
to hit
if you take
negative
that full
29 to
damage, you
die.
die.
Oh no, -20
He
damage.
doesn't.
No, he's not. He only takes
Yeah.
16
No.
damage underneath.
He succeeded
Yeah.
the con save on the initial spell,
Right.
so he takes half damage.
Right.
17.
Yeah.
Kai,
It's total, not half of your hit points negative.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did they change that from a long
No.
time ago? Am I thinking really old rules?
I also had
That'd
that
be
same
really
idea
hard.
until Connor confidently said otherwise.
I think it was that half a long time ago.
Okay,
But
so you
this could be like
so should I
3.5.
reroll?
well, you are
No, you're fine.
you're at 0, yeah. And then all of them
yep.
are dead. So
I'm a cold boy.
Except for
We'll
this
see.
man by the elevator.
Oh,
Yeah.
correct. Thank you for asking that question. Okay. We'll stay in initiative until everyone's stabilized, though. Nemea,
Yeah.
this big blast of cold air just obliterated everything in front of it, including your friend Kai.
Yeah. It did.
Friend.
What are you gonna
I'm
do?
like, I see how it works. That it can be very handy. So Kai, so can I help Kai? What are my
you
options
can just shove
here?
a potion down his throat.
Yeah, I'll run over here and I'll shove a. I don't have a healing potion, but I have a potion of heroism.
I have a
Which you
healing
can-
potion on my body, and
Okay, I
you should
take
also
it-
have them on you too.
No, I
Well,
used
we've
mine.
used all ours, saving your
We
asses.
used all of ours. Yeah. So she'll take it off your body.
Okay. Are you the
Would
only
you
one
like-
down, Kai?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. So you feed him a
And
potion.
she'll feed him a potion and smack him a little bit. Oh, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up!
3 plus 4? 7? Nope. 3 plus 2? I don't know how much it is.
2, yeah.
More than
34 plus 2.
0. Okay. So, as Kai gets back up, everything else in this room is dead. We will take a break,
Mhm.
and then we will come back
Love it.
after that long fight. 'Cause I need
A break.
a break. We'll be right back. And we are back. We have our break screen for the whole group this week. So this is going to be a history of Thylea, Volume 2, Chapter 1, The Creation of the Fey Races, Part 1. For a time, the 8 children of Thylea and Kentmain lived quiet and contented lives, sheltered on the island spawned from the body of their mother. But in time, contentment became loneliness. They were gods, but they had no purpose. Thalias, the lord of craft, the firstborn of the siblings, gathered his younger brothers and sisters together and proposed they create races of mortal creatures to worship and revere them. Of all the titans, only Sidon and Lutheria, the youngest siblings, refused. They were united by the powerful bond they shared and did not feel the emptiness and loneliness of their kin.
Incredible.
Oh, say 2? That's it?
That's all. Okay. And we're back in the forge. There is no more frost. There is a centipede that pokes its head back up out of the lava.
I'm walking over to that chair, sitting in it, and starting to sketch.
Okay.
Yeah, what do we deal with? Elegy's back? That's probably priority 1, right?
Yeah.
I mean, is there still a cheese directing fool hiding behind by the elevator? Do we hear anything
No,
in the
he's
distance?
not calling out.
All right, we can deal with him later when we go back up.
Elegy, what happened? You were gone, and now you're here, and you fell through the sky, and it's...
She like holds up what she's sketching, and it looks like, I don't know, a beautiful sunrise and a hazy light. She's like, I don't know. I went here and now I'm here and horrible things happen every time.
You didn't have a bad dream of being eaten alive?
No, I did. Well, I don't think I was eaten alive. There was a dream of being at the banquet and then I left.
Well, you left at the right time because we were the dish, not the guest.
But it's just a dream.
Yeah, but trust me, it didn't feel like a dream, for a long time. But are you okay?
Yeah.
She's like gonna lift you up. Like,
I mean,
she's gonna
I
be
was
lifting.
okay. I don't think I'm so okay anymore.
She's gonna be. I feel like she'll just be like patting you down, being like, "Oh, yep, everything's here. You're not a mirage."
What
Guys.
is this place?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
The
we
Mithril
are in the
Forge of
mines.
Vulcan.
That was quick.
You've skipped a fair amount of the journey that it took to get here. We encountered some centaurs. These troglodytes have formed a colony above the mine itself. We're quite far underground at the moment. Here to
Good
repair.
thing you didn't take the elevator. I don't like them.
Yes, the elevator is bad.
Oh yeah, and there's a centipede. There's a lady in the pool. I think you saw her a little bit.
Oh yes, she looks horrifying.
She's just sitting there looking at you all.
Can be like, "Hi, lady."
Wave a little pincer at you.
We have a great relationship. I love it.
Kai is looking like a toasted Cheeto, and or a Cheez-It. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, but Kai is interested in like how this forge works. But Connor, I don't want to interrupt your train of thought.
Yeah, I was gonna start talking to the Forge Guardian.
Okay. You go up to her. Hello. You're not a dwarf.
No, I'm not. I've never been and would never be confused for one. What do you call yourself?
My name is Sholexia. The Ignipede, if you will.
You're trapped here by your contract with the dwarves?
I am bound by my word of the contract with the dwarves, but physically I am restrained by that device you see over there that I activated to great effect earlier. Sorry about that. I didn't mean for it to get all of you.
Well, you could have warned us or said something, perhaps.
Yeah. I apologize.
What if we destroy that thing? What will you give us?
I could turn the forge back on.
The forge doesn't require you to dwell in it?
It It does, but if I can leave, and I'm not bound here, I enjoy the work.
Why did they do it in the first place? This seems very strange when they already had your word and you were bound by it. Why did they feel like they had to also have a freezing machine?
That is a lovely question. I don't know. You can take it up with the dwarves that I don't like.
Kai rolled a 19 insight to see if this guardian is telling truth.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be deceitful in anything it's said thus far.
I want to go look at the contract.
Yeah. She says, sure thing.
Seeing as how we've already paid that tax.
Down there, the other dog took it.
What meaning what?
That dog you just killed, it took it.
The other dog? There's more of them?
Well, that was the other one.
Alright.
So
we have to
down.
Go down that direction.
There's a
Rex
big
Jr.
pile of like stuff that's a bed with some treasures in it. There seems to be like a little collection. You do see a sort of like tablet with like a contract sort of carved into it. There is a whole host of other things in this pile, some of which include an adamantine trident, 6 adamantine javelins, 560 gold, plus an additional 125 gold, plus an additional 30 gold, and a +1 mithril Xiphos. What is that? It's a weapon.
I
don't know
love
what
a
that is.
Xiphos.
Yeah.
Well, all that sounds extremely interesting,
Like a sword.
but we're gonna start with the tablet.
Yeah. It is written in a language that you cannot read.
Is it a language I can identify the script of?
Arcana check.
'23.
Yes. It is written in Ignin, the language of the plane of fire.
Anybody speak Ignin?
I can read
Is
it.
Guy?
If you'd be so kind, Elegy.
I'll go touch it.
You'll touch it. You can read it. It's a contract. It outlines that for the duration of 700 years, Shalexia will remain here at the forge to power it and provide the lava component. In return, she will be given treasures very regularly, and then you see some was added on to it down at the bottom where it says, due to the incident, they will add some security measures to ensure that she remains in the lava pit for the time being.
The incident.
Alexia, what was the incident?
I got a little excited. Only a
What?
couple people were hurt. I got really... There was some good metal, and I wanted it really bad. It turns out when you weigh as much as I do and you go careening through the room to get to a big ingot of metal, sometimes people get burned. But we learn and we move on, and then we sign updated contracts.
Is there an initial date
I
in
think
which
you
this
need
is
a legal
signed?
representative.
Yeah, it was probably 600 years ago.
There's 100 years left. Okay. Does it stipulate the quantity of treasures she must be fed?
Nope. She really needs good legal representation. She did not get it.
Yeah, this is not a good contract.
Drafted.
Yeah.
Who wrote? Is it contract signed? Like, who wrote this contract?
It's a bunch of people signed at the bottom. The two big names are going to be Vulcan and Shalexia herself.
Okay. Great. Well, I mean, Vulcan's the only one who's gonna be in here, so like he can probably deal with her getting a little excited. Like, I'm sure it was just a few incidental dwarfs who got burned to a
Just
crisp.
a few.
I'm whispering so Shalexia can't hear. I'm worried more about the payment situation.
Vulcan
well,
is
I
a
mean-
god. He has stuff.
What if we change the nature of the agreement? She has free roam wherever, and then in return we won't have to feed her stuff, but she still tries, she still keeps the forge going. Maybe not all the time. She can have days off, but some regularly scheduled hours, because, like Nemea said, we don't need it running all the time, I don't think. I'm not going to make anything. Who else is going to venture down here other than Vulcan? She's not very good at this, guys. Too. I think you can pull a fast one. Whatever.
Shalexia, is there anybody else here with you? Is it
No.
only you?
It's just me.
Yes. Well,
There used to be the other one. They've left.
who is that?
Oh, the really big. I didn't see it. I just heard it. It killed the other dog.
Oh, the dogs. Oh, yes. Not another.
No. The
Big
two
thing
dogs,
from the
and
pit.
then there was another one.
The thing from the abyss where the abyss looked back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, quickly checking my notes. Would
Yeah,
you say
I
that
mean,
you're
that doesn't
bound
sound
by rage?
Depends on the definition of rage. I hate dwarves with a burning passion.
Well, if
Is Vulcan a dwarf?
if Vulcan came back, would you still work with him?
Yeah.
Would that include a lot of rage and mortality?
Why would that?
You said you hated dwarves, and Vulcan's a dwarf, and I didn't know if you would still agree to work with him.
I'm fine with Vulcan.
Okay, great. Because we were hoping to use the forge again.
Oh, I would love to turn the forge back on.
Do you have to leave the pool to turn the forge back on?
No?
Could you turn it on now?
Yeah?
Oh, can we try that then?
Yeah? She goes under the pool for a couple of seconds, and then suddenly lights start turning on, and you see, I don't know, pipes of lava being pumped up, and then sort of starting to fill all the troughs, and things start moving, and the whole place comes alive. She comes back
Great.
up, and she says, "Wow, that's been a long time."
Maybe Shalexia. See, we have to go and tell Vulcan when the forge is on, and he really wants to be back at the forge and make new things. So maybe we'll get him to agree to renegotiate your contract more fairly now that it's just you and him in the forge. And instead of waiting 100 years, it could be renegotiated now. Does that sound nice?
Why don't you just negotiate it?
Well,
Let me see
Alexia,
that. She can I see that?
no.
Little fingies, little fingies.
Can I see that contract?
Isn't Vulcan a
Alexia,
dwarf?
I think you'll find that we won't be here to operate the forge in any sort of regular manner. And you and Vulcan should work out the particulars between yourselves, what this partnership will look like. I think you have no other dwarves to worry about at this time. So, presently, you're here, you're bound to the forge for another 100 years. Right? And you have it on our word, we will swear to this, that we will bring Vulcan here and negotiate between the two of you a suitable contract for both of your mutual benefits. But we require that you stay here and
He's
maintain
just
this
taken on a new
as is for now.
Assistant, so he's feeling very generous these days.
Roll a persuasion check, Sophron.
Can I help?
Ooh, I actually have +2 on that. You're gonna help? Yes, Nemea,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
12.
She says, "Okay, that sounds great.
Wonderful.
I like you. When you pushed that dog almost into the lava, that was fun.
Would you like the dog to be in the lava? Is that going to be a problem for you?
No,
Do you want the dog in the lava?
No.
All right. Well, I'm glad I could provide some entertainment at least.
So, shouldn't we free her? That feels like hero shit.
I think
like,
hero
I was
shit
convinced.
is self-determination of one's own work conditions. That's the real hero shit. So we'll let Vulcan and her deal with that.
While this is happening, can I perceive where our little Trogo king is?
Yeah, make a perception check.
I think I'm gonna do that by like, I don't know. I'm gonna mention like still talking to Shalexia, but like obviously throwing my voice so like I'm being overheard, to be like, we have so much treasures because the gods have blessed us, and we have so many things that make us, important and elevated, and and just
Like
kind of like,
kings, better than kings.
not kings, schmings. We work for gods, kind of a thing, and kind of just either luring him out or like egging him on to like show himself, because I
Make a
feel like
persuasion check, yeah.
he needs to be in like the center of the stage.
Persuasion or
And
maybe performance, actually.
Okay.
Oh yes.
I trained in the theater. I don't know if you know.
Yeah,
I
you're
was an
doing this,
intern.
and you see a little head pop out, and like he's very like sneakily trying to sneak. He's being a little like he blends in, but you're like watching for him, so you see him. He gets sort of into the room. Shalexi goes, "Is that vermin?" And she starts looking around for vermin. You see him just freeze up against the wall.
Is he particularly well hidden from the rest of the group?
I would say at this point only Nemea has noticed him, because she was trying to egg him on, and he's like camouflaged against the wall. So she sees him, probably no one else does.
Okay.
Ace is like, no more cold, no more security measures. Okay, we're fine.
I smell that smell.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, where is it?
Nemea's gonna walk over and still be like, she's like, just the other day we were drinking the finest wines, and she's gonna get closer.
He's like getting ready to like get you when you get there. He's like in ambush position.
And I'm gonna turn around and be like, gotcha, and I'm gonna try to rip off that diadem.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, that's like a sleight of hand.
Yeah, we'll do sleight of hand check.
Like, yeah, she's holding a wineskin, being like, the finest wines. It's not wine, it's really oil, but she's holding.
You're just gonna slip that diadem off his head with a little oil.
And put the wine back on. He won't even notice.
Nice.
Dink! You knock it right off. You see
Great.
understanding leave his eyes.
Great.
And then I
Can he
think
communicate anymore?
he grunts. And he takes in the like charred and frozen remains of everything around him, and he just turns and tries to run away. Dropping his scepter.
Did his scepter look like it did anything?
It had an adamantine ingot on the top of it.
I take both them things.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, and he runs away. And we'll just say you hear the ding, and then you hear as he takes the elevator.
Oh no!
Too many
You forgot the password.
It melted the iron spikes that were in there. That elevator, we're gonna have to fix it again, damn it. Yeah, I feel like she's gonna be we're gonna She'll text to Shalexia. She'll be like, Shalexia, is there any? If we want to go and bring Vulcan back, is there a better way to use the elevator? For some reason, it leaks oil and breathes fire when we try to use it. That can't be right.
Is there all elevators?
Oh, what's the password? You must have heard the dwarves say it before.
Dragon.
That's right. What did she say? Dragon in Dwarvish, or did she just say it in?
No, she said it in Dwarvish.
Okay, great.
No, wait, no, it would have been. She said dragon in Draconic, so you can understand it.
Okay, great.
Actually, I don't think they discriminate by language. It could be literally any language that you say dragon in.
Good to know.
Truly a multicultural password.
Wow. Any language will do.
Speaking of exits, is there any way out of here besides the elevator?
Yes, there is. You take a look around. There's a couple other rooms. One of them leads back to that pit, sort of where they were digging down. And then there is another room that seemed to be just like a storage room. It's everything sort of. There's no other exit from that room, and everything's sort of been ransacked in that room. And then there is another door that opens up, and you see a door set of stone set into the wall, and you can hear the waterfall on the other side of the stone.
Okay. Is there an obvious way to open this door?
Make an investigation check. Sure thing. There's a handle.
Yeah. I handle that handle. Let's see what the door does.
Yeah, it
It's
opens.
just that easy. Sometimes there's just a handle.
Sometimes it's just a handle. So this
It's just real
opens.
sneaky.
Yeah.
You handle that problem.
You open it and it exits onto sort of at the ground level of where the water is at a different spot. Not right in front of the waterfall. So you're looking out, you don't see waterfall, but it's sort of close to it. But you're at almost like a little dock. Now that you're standing on it, you can see it. It's like a stone dock sort of protruding. It's more like a jetty on the lake underneath this waterfall.
That's not what I expected.
Can you open it from the outside?
There's a handle.
There's a on both sides of the door.
Actually, no, there's probably not a handle on the outside. Nope.
Okay.
Just a handle on the inside.
I suspected.
Yeah, if you got a 21, there would have been a handle on the outside.
Damn. Okay. I mean, I think there's nothing left to do but bring Vulcan back, right?
I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, we've got all the skulls.
He's
we've
got to
found
come
all the
anyway. Yeah, he's.
Treasure.
Shalexia, do you need a snack before we go get Vulcan?
No, she's well fed.
Alright, we'll be right back.
How does she do this? When Sophron comes back into the room, she is looking at you. You can tell she's scrutinizing you. She's like, "What's your name?"
My name is Sophron, Shalexia.
I have something of yours. And she goes underneath the lava.
I approach.
Okay.
I'm out of the splash zone, but I do get closer.
You look down, you now see
I'm
a
at 3 hit points.
A hatched yellow circle around her.
Danger, do not cross this line.
Those dwarves really.
She comes back up, pincer, and there's a small golden ring in her hand. And she says, "Sophron, you said?" "Yeah, that's what this is."
Hold out my hand to the pincers.
She drops this very nice ring with a little... Yeah, she cooled it down. She can absorb heat.
It's cool to the touch.
She's like, "We could cool it down with that. I'll just get out real quick."
No, it's good. It's good.
It's still red hot, so it should be burning, and it like singes some of the oil on your hand, but it doesn't burn your hand. And you look at it, and there's a little red ruby on it, and you could make out yourself in it. It's just really a nondescript minotaur, but it's carved into it. And then on the inside, it does say Sophron, sort of written on the inside of this ring.
Shalexia, where did you get this?
Oh, it's been 500 years, I think.
Where did it come from?
Who gave it to me? Some lady came in. She was covered in blue and scales. It's very pretty. She just gave it to me, and she said, "You'll know when." I had no idea what she was talking about.
Blue scales?
No, she was blue, and she had scales. The scales were gold.
What?
A dragon woman.
Or was the
okay?
Isn't
Versi?
Am I aware of any other minotaurs named Sophron, like famous ones throughout history or anything, whose ring this might be?
No, I mean it's not an unusual name, but you're not like oh, the famous Sophron the Eighth.
Yeah.
What if we're all Dragonlords reincarnated?
wow?
I peek over your shoulder. I'm like, wow, that's really cool that your ring still has a name on it.
Elegy, we really need to talk.
Wait, what? Yeah, do we have time to unpack that right now?
No, I don't think we do. Alexia, there's nothing else you remember about this person? I know it's been quite some time.
She was quite small. She came in. She had an aura of blue around her. She spoke in the most confusing ways. She had golden scales. She was very beautiful, and she gave it to me. She said, "You'll know when this is time." And then I said, "Sure thing." And I tried to eat it, and she said, "Don't eat it." And then I didn't.
Did she come under guard or with
No,
someone?
no. She just came. Everyone seemed to know who she was.
Then the
What's her
dwarves
name,
were
Versi?
fine with her.
But she might have said that.
Might have or did. Like, are you agreeing to be agreeable, or are you agreeing because you think it's correct?
I'm not agreeable to be agreeable. I'm agreeable because she's right. And I like being
Really?
agreeable.
Well, thank you.
It's coming back to
for
me.
holding
I
it.
think that, what'd you call her?
Versi.
Yep. That's her. For sure.
Insight check, if I may. Is that at all trustworthy?
Roll insight.
11.
Yeah, it could be believable.
All right.
I mean, does it really matter that much? It's just a ring.
It's a 500-year-old ring with my name on it.
Oh, this
Yeah,
happens
I
all
mean,
the time. No,
I
don't
feel
worry
like
about
weirder
this
stuff is happening lately.
I had a skeleton give me artifacts. You know, this is very
You can
normal.
glow randomly whenever you choose. You like.
Elegy
oh,
pops
by
in
a god,
and
there's a
it doesn't
logical-
exist.
There's a logical explanation for that.
Nah, man, there's
Sophron,
no
they're
logic.
gaslighting you.
Yeah.
This is significant and weird. What the
We've
fuck?
teamed up.
Alexia, thank you for holding this
No
for me
problem.
for so long.
Can I be honest with you?
I encourage it.
I did try to eat it.
And how did it taste?
It didn't melt. So I couldn't.
That's unusual.
Gold has a very low melting temperature.
Are you often given items that don't melt?
Nope. Not met one other than that.
Oh, that has
This
to
is
be a real
the
good
only
ring.
one.
Yeah, that's truly the only thing underneath the lava was that, because it didn't melt.
Fascinating. Fascinating. You
No one else has fed you magical things?
I haven't
Not
asked.
that good.
It wasn't in the contract.
Golly, we need to liberate. We need to liberate this workers.
Nope. Get her back in the mines.
Centipedes crave the mines, Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said she likes the work. Come on.
She likes
like-
the gold. She likes what's in the mines.
It's like all the 8-year-old. No, whatever.
Okay. Let's
Let's go talk
Go.
to Gramps.
or we need to decide her contract now.
Yeah. So Shalexia will return. It'll be 2 weeks' time, likely, but we'll return with Vulcan and discuss your payment, your contract, and we'll come with work.
Okay, I'll be here. I can't leave, man.
Is there anything we can do to prop the door, basically, into the forge?
Oh, like the outside door?
The stone door.
Oh, like it's a heavy. You move it, it's not gonna move back unless you close it.
Okay.
It was like not door. I can see how the. It's like it was like sealed from the inside, and now you've unsealed it from the inside.
Mm-hmm. And when you step out, it still does seem relatively concealed
Yeah.
behind the waterfall. Okay. We haven't like created a flood situation inside the forge.
No.
Great.
That would be tragic if you
No.
come back and it's just stoned over and she's
Yeah,
trapped down
no.
there. Yeah.
I would be upset.
So, Shalexia, you're like a sentient creature, right? You're not mechanical.
That's so rude.
Guys,
please
I have thoughts
ignore.
and feelings. I like metal. I like lava.
I don't.
He's young. He
hate
doesn't
dwarves.
understand what
I
what
hate
he
dwarves.
says.
I hate vermin. Those are things that sentient people say.
He doesn't understand.
Kai wants to free this creature.
Yeah, we're gonna negotiate a better contract for it.
I vote freeing this creature and letting them do what they want with their lives.
I think you are solidly voted out of contention for this.
I think if we only needed to do something once, that's fine. But she likes it. If she wants to keep working, she can. I mean,
And
we'll figure it
Vulcan
out with
specifically,
Vulcan.
yes, he specifically wants to use this forge. She likes working the forge. Let them come to an agreeable, mutual decision.
Yeah, and we can make sure she's not taken advantage of, I guess, like every other contract she's ever signed, which is terrifying to think about.
And in the meantime, she won't run away or cause any other damage.
It's a temporary restraining order, that's all. For the last 500 years, who knows? I think she lives a long time.
We've
I
known
don't
this
think
creature for all of 15 minutes. We don't. She multiple consciousnesses that
But
are
she has
destructive
given
and
you a
violent.
ring with your name on it, so
Yeah, I mean, I'm inclined to like her, but I can't say for certain she's of sound mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is why she
Yeah,
deserves
she seems
slavery.
unsound, actually.
Which is why she deserves slavery? Like,
yeah,
what?
pretty
Not
much.
slavery. She's getting paid in metals and treasures.
Indentured
And also,
servitude.
let's just be clear. She's been living under this system for hundreds of years. We are going to go take an administrative break and then come to an agreeable solution for all parties involved post haste. If we could summon Vulcan here immediately, we would do so, but
Shalexia, what happens if we let you go right now? What would you do?
How would you even do that? I don't think you can.
What would I do?
What would you do?
I would step out, and then I would probably get cold, and then I'd probably come back. It's quite nice in here. You want more? I would then go.
No, I'm satisfied.
maybe we let
Great.
Vulcan
I'm
destroy.
satisfied too.
Let Vulcan destroy the device. Yes, surely he would be
True.
better at disassembling this than us.
sometimes, Kai, patience is a virtue. And no one's going to get hurt in the 2 weeks, or however long it takes us to get Vulcan over here. And we can figure out something that works for everyone. It's
I've
not
only been
going to
here
be that hard.
600 years. What's 2 more weeks, huh?
Technically, your contract goes for another 100 anyway, so...
Wait, Kyra,
Uh-huh.
aren't you like super fast? Just go get your dad.
Yeah, the problem is I'm super fast, but he's not. So I could get there.
You can't super fastify him?
Can't you, like, teleport or something? Your gods. Like,
He's little. You could just pick him up.
Just go do it.
Just
Don't
go
be
pick him up.
lazy.
Just pick him
Okay,
up.
but you can't do anything exciting while I'm gone.
Well,
We
the
won't.
faster you go, the less exciting things will
We'll
happen.
probably just take a long rest.
We'll probably
She goes up to Nemea.
try to...
You swear that you'll stay here until I get back and you won't do anything exciting.
Won't leave a 10-mile radius.
And we
That's
might
pretty big.
free this sentient being.
No,
I
we're
will-
forbidden from doing that now.
Yeah, listen to this one. Nothing exciting while I'm gone. That includes acts of good, Kai.
If you
Okay.
leave your
Yes.
book with me, I'll make sure that nothing happens.
That's a weird thing to
Oh,
say.
no.
A freaky book.
The book full of fan art.
Okay,
Ah!
I'll leave the book with you, and then you can't do anything exciting till I get back.
Does that include reading the book?
It can't be that exciting.
No, you can do whatever you want with the book.
Oh.
That's a concerning offer.
All right,
She
it's
spits
time
on her
to
hand,
go.
and she
Go,
holds it
go,
out.
go.
Shakes her hand. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, here you go. She gives it to you, and she runs out the door very fast. About 30 seconds later, the book woof, vanishes.
Oh.
She didn't say we could keep the book, huh?
She comes back and laughs so that you can hear her laugh, and then she runs away again.
Damn trickster gods.
Well, there you go, Shalexia. We'll hang out with you until Vulcan comes.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is like a rope party or something, I guess.
So, you guys, yeah. We'll say,
Turn it into a little mini barbecue.
yeah, what do you do for like the next day?
Heal. Desperately heal.
Rest,
So
heal,
this is like just a
explore.
forge. There's not mines as well.
The mines are the pit portion.
Okay, the difficult thing for us to take advantage of.
The one where I like threw something off and we didn't hear it drop.
Yep, that was the mine portion.
There's also the upstairs, which had the collapsed rock. We don't know if that actually just leads to an exterior door or if that leads somewhere further inside.
I'll spend 24 hours to recover Shakespeare's intelligence modifying crown.
Oh yeah.
I have it.
Oh, you do have it. Oh shit, sorry.
Yeah. They've been possessed. I mean, we should probably identify those.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
stock
what's
of
up
the
with
items
that
that are at the Cerberus's horde.
Your ring, Connor, is a ring of fire resistance.
Ooh.
The other items, I mean, the rest of you have that +1, and then you have some adamantine stuff, but it's not magical.
What does
Um,
adamantine do?
It auto crits objects.
Whoa!
I might spice it up because that's sort of lame, but that's what it does at the moment.
Okay. Auto
Um,
critting object javelins.
And what else did you guys get? Oh, the diadem. And then the ingot.
And the scepter, yeah.
And you rest, explore. About 2 days later, Kyra shows back up with Vulcan in tow. Just like... That That was really fast. You have got to admit.
That was fast.
You
and
didn't
we did
think I could
nothing
do it.
exciting.
Okay, good.
No,
thought
I
it would
did
take,
believe
like,
in
5
you.
days.
What did you say about 5 days?
Yeah, you're so slow. I thought it'd take 5 days, but you proved me wrong.
Yeah, I did. Don't call me
Behold the
goddess
power.
of speed for nothing.
Behold the power of the
Yeah.
gods. They can run fast. Woo.
Anyway, I brought him. He's just like mumbling.
Anyways,
Except
Yeah,
he then gets in
okay.
and you see him like light up. He doesn't even acknowledge any of you. He like goes over to the forge. Shalexia comes out and they like start talking to each other. And then
Can we listen in?
they're speaking in a language you don't know.
What's the tone? Like, are they like upset at each other? Happy
No.
to see each other?
No, they're just like, oh, you're back. Yep. Like it's just sort of casual conversation. They're not like screaming
I
at
can
each other.
cast comprehend
Like old
languages.
work
So I'd
buddies.
like you to.
Okay.
Make sure you do the voices, please.
No. Okay.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Vulcan's like, Mo, you're still here. Yeah, I'm still here. I can't leave actually because you guys left me here. No, yeah, I can see how that'd be a problem. Like, yeah, sort of was a problem for 300 years. Well, you want me to fix it? I don't know. I'm sort of fine with it actually. Okay. Well, I'll turn
No,
it
she
off.
just wants you to renegotiate her contract.
Contract.
Stand up for yourself.
Oh, I want to renegotiate the contract. Oh, okay. Well, what do you want? I want to be able to leave. Well, yeah, that's not a problem. We'll just edit that right up. And I want payment. What kind of payment? I haven't really thought that far ahead. Okay, well, we'll just leave that part blank and we'll come back to that. Okay, sounds good. And then they edit the contract.
oh man. Both of them would make great lawyers.
And we've come full circle in this episode. We started with law, we're ending with law.
Yeah, so they edit the contract to say that she can leave if she wants to, and she will get paid more than she used to at a rate that will be determined in the future.
I think we've improved the situation.
Wow.
And healthcare.
What does
And then-
healthcare look like for
She's
a fire
element.
centipede?
Vulcan will come up to you, Kai, and be like, "Hey, I see you have that hammer.
Yeah.
I could use that hammer.
Sure.
Could make you.
I'm using it.
Yeah, I could make you something good with that hammer." Your dad
Cool.
gave me some schematics, but never got around to making it. But if you
Pythor
want it-
gave you schematics.
Yeah, he gave me the idea, and then I
So,
came up with the schematics. Yeah.
I'm imagining Pythor as a 6-year-old child had like a picture art or macaroni art of a sword and then gave it to you. Because I can't imagine any other way that Pythor is giving you schematics.
That's more or less the idea of it.
Okay. No, I don't think I want a macaroni sword. I'll probably keep my hammer. Is it a macaroni sword?
No, you talked about macaroni. No one else talked about macaroni.
I was talking to Vulcan in character.
No, it's not a macaroni sword. It's pretty good. What is the item you picked? Your big,
Yeah, it's. I know how good it is.
yeah. What is it?
Yeah, sure, Gramps. You can make me that sword of destiny or whatever the fuck it's called.
Right. Everybody knows exactly which sword is being made right now.
Yeah, it's the sword option, not the hammer or whatever.
Is it the luck blade?
No. It's something like that. Yeah, that thing. What did we talk about? We'll figure it out.
Yeah. He's like, I can make that. No problem. It just takes... Oh, yeah, here we go.
45 years.
Here we go. Wait,
It takes one mithril item.
Oh, yeah. He can make a luck blade for you. It takes 10 days.
Great.
He just needs a couple of ingredients to do so.
Thanks, Gramps.
No problem.
First thing anyone has ever given me in this family.
He's like, I need a magical sword, an orb of star metal, and 20,000 gold.
There it is. Thank you. Thank you.
But I'll get
Put it on
whipped.
that.
I'll get it whipped right up for
that
you.
much existed.
Put it on
It's not for
Paps.
me, it's for her. We actually just settled on the payment, and it was if she needs to make a luck braid, it's 20,000 gold. We signed it right here. You can check.
Taking gold out of the economy entirely because
Yeah,
she's
she's
just
a
gonna melt
deflationary
it down.
measure.
I was like, oh, it's just anti-inflationary.
Great.
Yeah, you just give me those things. I'll get it whipped right up for you.
All right.
Wait, don't we need to fix something else while you're here? Like, was that the
Mm.
old dragon
Yeah,
armor?
there's a
Dragonlord armor?
shield, a breastplate, and
Oh,
something else.
Nemea's lost her voice, but it's
Axe of Xander.
Yep, all of those. He can fix those up. Those don't actually cost stuff. He can get those to you in a couple of days. Yeah. I think we'll end it there. As you have reignited the forge and tasked Vulcan with the next couple days of work to repair those 3 items, and then on the docket to build you that 1 item once you get all of those resources for him.
yeah.
And most
That's a big
importantly,
blow.
you have negotiated fair labor practices for Shalexia.
Truly. And now she knows how to negotiate her own contract, so she's
Yeah.
an empowered
You've empowered her.
elemental.
Yeah.
You can't just catch a fish. You've got to teach the fire elemental how to negotiate contracts for themselves.
And this concludes your final great task. So you
Oh
will
my
both
gosh.
level up
Truth.
Wow.
and
Whoa.
And no longer have a goal.
That's not true.
We have a lot of goals.
We have a lot of
I was like, I think I need to find a dead dryad still.
yeah. All right. We will leave it off there, and then we will be back next week once they decide what they're going to want to do off camera, or what off camera they'll decide what they want to do, and then we'll be back to do that. So thank you for joining us as always. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.